real Jews, no faking. I believe ain't no Haitian. Let's ride on my nation. Christ coming back, be patient. Patient, 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 patient.
We long suffering, that mean we patient. We recovering. Awake the nation, change your mind, transformation. Present God's lost presentation. Only way you get salvation. Christ gave us the demonstration. I ain't Haitian, I ain't black. I am Israel, that's a fact. My spirit bear witness, I'm dismissing Christmas. Encounter a Christian, God's work up with quickness, reviving the sickness. Asking for patience and asking forgiveness. I'm doing His business until it's the finish. His work keep me driven, His goodness He given. Hey, hey, hey.
We the real Jews, no faking. I believe ain't no Haitian. Let's ride on my nation. Christ coming back, be patient. Patient, 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 patient.
Build up your patience, hear out the words that I'm speaking in cadence. I just opened up the book of the truth, flipping the pages, looking for salvation. And I just been praying we make it. I've been praying we make it. And I just been praying we make it. I've been praying we make it. And I just been busy converting my mind. The Most High is showing you wonders and signs. Seek out the wisdom and surely you'll find the key to the gates of the greatest of times. Yeah. The Spirit on me while I'm rhyming these rhymes. Turn from your sin and repent of your crimes. Endure to the end, keep your faith and you're fine.
We the real Jews, no faking. I believe ain't no Haitian. Let's ride on my nation. Christ coming back, be patient. Patient, 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 patient.
Hey.
We the real Jews, no faking. I believe ain't no Haitian. Let's ride on my nation. Christ coming back, be patient. Patient, 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 patient.
We long suffering, that mean we patient. We recovering. Awake the nation, change your mind, transformation. Present God's lost presentation. Only way you get salvation. Christ gave us the demonstration. I ain't Haitian, I ain't black. I am Israel, that's a fact. My spirit bear witness, I'm dismissing Christmas. Encounter a Christian, God's work up with quickness, reviving the sickness. Asking for patience and asking forgiveness. I'm doing His business until it's the finish. His work keep me driven, His goodness He given. Hey, hey, hey.
We the real Jews, no faking. I believe ain't no Haitian. Let's ride on my nation. Christ coming back, be patient. Patient, 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 patient.
Build up your patience, hear out the words that I'm speaking in cadence. I just opened up the book of the truth, flipping the pages, looking for salvation. And I just been praying we make it. I've been praying we make it. And I just been praying we make it. I've been praying we make it. And I just been busy converting my mind. The Most High is showing you wonders and signs. Seek out the wisdom and surely you'll find the key to the gates of the greatest of times. Yeah. The Spirit on me while I'm rhyming these rhymes. Turn from your sin and repent of your crimes. Endure to the end, keep your faith and you're fine.
We the real Jews, no faking. I believe ain't no Haitian. Let's ride on my nation. Christ coming back, be patient. Patient, 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 patient.
Hey.
We the real Jews, no faking. I believe ain't no Haitian. Let's ride on my nation. Christ coming back, be patient. Patient, 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 patient.
We long suffering, that mean we patient. We recovering. Awake the nation, change your mind, transformation. Present God's lost presentation. Only way you get salvation. Christ gave us the demonstration. I ain't Haitian, I ain't black. I am Israel, that's a fact. My spirit bear witness, I'm dismissing Christmas. Encounter a Christian, God's work up with quickness, reviving the sickness. Asking for patience and asking forgiveness. I'm doing his business until it's the finish. His work keep me driven, his goodness he given. Hey, hey, hey.
We the real Jews, no faking. I believe ain't no Haitian. Israel, my nation. Christ coming back, be patient. Patient, 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 patient.
Build up your patience, hear out the words that I'm speaking in cadence. I just opened up the book of the truth, flipping the pages, looking for salvation. And I just been praying we make it. I've been praying we make it. And I just been praying we make it. I've been praying we make it. And I just been busy converting my mind. The Most High is showing you wonders and signs. Seek out the wisdom and surely you'll find the key to the gates of the greatest of times. Yeah. The spirit on me while I'm rhyming these rhymes. Turn from your sin and repent of your crimes. Endure to the end, keep your faith and you're fine.
We the real Jews, no faking. I believe ain't no Haitian. Israel, my nation. Christ coming back, be patient. Patient, 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 patient.
Hey. Hey.
Hey. We the real Jews, no faking. I believe ain't no Haitian. Israel, my nation. Christ coming back, be patient. Patient, 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 patient.
We long suffering, that mean we patient. We recovering. Awake the nation, change your mind, transformation. Present God's lost presentation. Only way you get salvation. Christ gave us the demonstration. I ain't Haitian, I ain't black. I am Israel, that's a fact. My spirit bear witness, I'm dismissing Christmas. Encounter a Christian, God's work up with quickness, reviving the sickness. Asking for patience and asking forgiveness. I'm doing his business until it's the finish. His work keep me driven, his goodness he given. Hey, hey, hey.
We the real Jews, no faking. I believe ain't no Haitian. Israel, my nation. Christ coming back, be patient. Patient, 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 patient.
Build up your patience, hear out the words that I'm speaking in cadence. I just opened up the book of the truth, flipping the pages, looking for salvation. And I just been praying we make it. I've been praying we make it. And I just been praying we make it. I've been praying we make it. And I just been busy converting my mind. The Most High is showing you wonders and signs. Seek out the wisdom and surely you'll find the key to the gates of the greatest of times. Yeah. The spirit on me while I'm rhyming these rhymes. Turn from your sin and repent of your crimes. Endure to the end, keep your faith and you're fine.
We the real Jews, no faking. I believe ain't no Haitian. Israel, my nation. Christ coming back, be patient. Patient, 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 patient.
Hey. Hey.
Hey. We the real Jews, no faking. I believe ain't no Haitian. Israel, my nation. Christ coming back, be patient. Patient, 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 patient.
We long suffering, that mean we patient. We recovering. Awake the nation, change your mind, transformation. Present God's lost presentation. Only way you get salvation. Christ gave us the demonstration. I ain't Haitian, I ain't black. I am Israel, that's a fact. My spirit bear witness, I'm dismissing Christmas. Encounter a Christian, God's work up with quickness, reviving the sickness. Asking for patience and asking forgiveness. I'm doing his business until it's the finish. His work keep me driven, his goodness he given. Hey, hey, hey.
We the real Jews, no faking. I believe ain't no Haitian. It's right, yo, my nation. Christ coming back, be patient. Patient, 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 patient.
Build up your patience, hear out the words that I'm speaking in cadence. I just opened up the book of the truth, flipping the pages, looking for salvation. And I just been praying we make it. I've been praying we make it. And I just been praying we make it. I've been praying we make it. And I just been busy converting my mind. The Most High is showing you wonders and signs. Seek out the wisdom and surely you'll find the key to the gates of the greatest of times. Yeah. The Spirit on me while I'm rhyming these rhymes. Turn from your sin and repent of your crimes. Endure to the end, keep your faith and you're fine.
We the real Jews, no faking. I believe ain't no Haitian. It's right, yo, my nation. Christ coming back, be patient. Patient, 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 patient. Jews, no faking. I believe ain't no Haitian. It's right, yo, my nation. Christ coming back, be patient. Patient, 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 patient.
We long suffering, that mean we patient. We recovering. Awake the nation, change your mind, transformation, present God's lost presentation. Only way you get salvation, Christ gave us the demonstration. I ain't Haitian, I ain't black, I am Israel, that's a fact. My spirit bear witness, I'm dismissing Christmas. Encounter a Christian, God's work up with quickness, reviving the sickness. Asking for patience and asking forgiveness. I'm doing his business until it's the finish. His work keep me driven, his goodness he given. Hey, hey, hey.
We the real Jews, no faking. I believe ain't no Haitian. It's right, yo, my nation. Christ coming back, be patient. Patient, 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 patient.
Build up your patience, hear out the words that I'm speaking in cadence. I just opened up the book of the truth, flipping the pages, looking for salvation. And I just been praying we make it. I've been praying we make it. And I just been praying we make it. I've been praying we make it. And I just been busy converting my mind. The Most High is showing you wonders and signs. Seek out the wisdom and surely you'll find the key to the gates of the greatest of times. Yeah. The Spirit on me while I'm rhyming these rhymes. Turn from your sin and repent of your crimes. Endure to the end, keep your faith and you're fine.
We the real Jews, no faking. I believe ain't no Haitian. It's right, yo, my nation. Christ coming back, be patient. Patient, 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 patient. We the real Jews, no faking. I believe ain't no Haitian. It's right, yo, my nation. Christ coming back, be patient. Patient, 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 patient.
We long suffering, that mean we patient. We recovering. Awake the nation, change your mind, transformation, present God's lost presentation. Only way you get salvation, Christ gave us the demonstration. I ain't Haitian, I ain't black.
We need to preach the truth. All people have no idea what the truth is. We need to preach the truth. All people have no idea what the truth is. That's why we're out here, to give you the truth. Psalms chapter 119 verse 142. Read. Psalms chapter 119 and verse 142. Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy love is the truth. Preach the truth.
Shalom Israel, shalom Most High Christ bless, Most High Christ bless. Welcome to Patient Saints Radio. Bye, cool. To my this brother in here.
Bro, it's too early for this, man.
You can see where the show's going. To my left, we have
Bishop Nathaniel.
Shalom Israel. I'm Deacon Malachi.
He put on a sexy Levi voice. What was that? Captain Shemaiah.
Captain REA.
Captain Barnabas.
Officer Carmela.
Whoa.
All of a sudden, he forgot his name.
The mic is on?
Yeah.
Hold on.
All of a sudden, he forgot
it's
his
on?
name.
Is that mic on, Ken and I?
Tell him your name again, bro.
Officer Azrael.
Yeah, we
It's
heard
on.
you now.
Oh,
Okay,
praise.
now we heard
But
you.
don't be nervous, man. You're going to be all right.
Yeah.
There's a guy kneeling down behind you. You trying to pick your pocket?
The hell is this?
Oh, man. All praise. We're missing a mighty man this morning.
Yes.
Definitely Captain Amaziah. Keep his house in prayer.
Mm-hmm.
I miss him as a brother,
Yeah.
but I don't miss him as a tribe.
Damn.
There's a difference.
Damn.
I'm going to repeat that again. Why you give me that face for?
Levi is the most racist tribe.
I'm telling you, bro.
Hands down.
I'm telling
Bro,
you.
I keep telling you, every time I got a chance to get rid of Benji, I will.
Levi is hands down the most racist tribe. Hands down. Hands down.
Hey, brothers and sisters, keep Captain Amaziah in your prayers and his family.
Right.
In your prayers. God, Lord willing, he'll be here next week, Lord willing.
Lord's will.
Lord's will. But keep him and his family in your prayers. We got a couple of brothers and sisters, keep them in your prayers, who's still struggling with this thing. Also, remember, a lot of us might lose our jobs. No way, you're going to be all right.
Yeah.
Keep each other in your prayers. What else? I want to give a couple of shout out. I want to give a shout out to Soldier Netanya.
Nehemiah?
No, Netanya. Soldier Netanya.
The saxophone?
The saxophone.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Nathaniel.
Yeah,
Nathaniel.
Him and another officer was watching my son for me while my wife was sick. I take her to the hospital.
All praises.
I want to give them a shout out. Thank you.
All praises.
And all the brothers and sisters who supporting us, continue supporting us, man. I want to just say thank you.
Yeah. Absolutely, man.
Hey, before we go over this article, man, we want to know what the hell this brother is doing in this show. Because if I'm not mistaken, this brother from Alabama, how the hell he got here? What he's doing in this show?
I don't know.
Brother, why don't you tell the people what you're doing here?
Yeah, Shalom Israel. I'm single.
What's your name?
Oh,
He's single. His name's single.
Yo, man.
Sorry about that.
Dang.
Hold up. Hey, bro,
He said,
you know when you get your one shot?
Yeah, you just.
Your one shot in life.
one chance to blow.
It's your one chance. The brother said, "Hello, ladies. I'm single."
single.
Sound like an old BET commercial. 12 o'clock at night.
Singles meet.
Oh, man.
Good.
So your name is single.
No, sir. It's Officer Azrael out of Birmingham camp.
Birmingham camp.
Yes, sir.
And you say you're single.
Yes, sir.
How old are you?
48 years old, sir.
48. And you retired.
Yes, sir.
Oh, damn.
Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all something. To be retired at 48,
At 48.
Okay.
damn. That means
do
you got
anything.
all the time in the world.
Yep.
He gonna teach you all day,
Gonna be
sister.
popping them babies out.
You was in the
nothing but
military,
time.
right?
Yes,
Let me ask
sir.
you a question. How old are you when you went to the military?
18 years old.
Damn, fresh in.
And you did what, 20 years?
Yes, sir.
Damn.
Wow.
Dang, so you just got out 10 years ago?
Damn.
Yes, sir. That's correct.
You a baller.
All praises. Now, are you crazy?
No, sir.
A little bit.
Okay.
Who said that?
He said he's single off real. It's a little. Hello, I'm single.
So you got your own spot.
Yes, sir.
You got, you have your own job because you retired. You got your own car.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you from Birmingham, Alabama.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Right,
I don't know if any sister want to move to Alabama. I don't know about that.
See, think about being retired.
Alabama is one of those places, man. Alabama, every time you think about Alabama, it's been bad memories, especially if you're the tribe of Judah.
Yeah.
Just a bunch of marching.
With bad memories, Bishop. Hey,
You was gonna
a
say
couple of things happened in Alabama. The tweet bombing of the little girls.
Yeah.
What else?
Pitbull. March from Selma.
March from Selma.
German Shepherd bikes.
Yeah.
The water hole.
Water hole springs.
Yeah. So I don't know if any sister want to move to Alabama.
He retired. He can go anywhere, D.
I know.
Yeah.
He ain't even stuck. He just be like, let's go.
I want him to sell his house, man. Man, have a nice house there, man. I've been there.
Oh, damn! Got a nice house, huh?
Oh, damn!
I'm sorry. I don't want to.
You got one of them sisters in New York. Like, I'm tired of these damn rats in apartments. I'm moving to Alabama.
They're emailing Patient Saints right now.
What size house? 4 bedrooms or 3?
Oh, you got any kids?
Yes, sir, but they all grown.
How many kids you have?
I have 3 girls.
Oh, they all grown?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
20, 27, 25, and 21.
Dang.
Well, at least he ain't paying no child support. That's good.
Hey, that retirement check go one way.
Okay. All right, bro. Stick around.
Yes, sir.
Stick around. All right, officer.
All praises.
Oh, how long you been in the truth?
3 years, sir.
2 years, and you officer of what?
Officer of 10.
Oh, praise. Okay, stick around. Bishop, what we got?
Well, we got an article that was posted on Black Enterprise, and the black pastors had it removed within a day.
Dang.
But before they had it removed, we took snapshots.
That's right.
You learned from the Memphis March, huh?
Oh yeah, they be snatching our stuff down.
Wealthy black pastors are accused of not doing enough for COVID-19 relief, I would guess. That's what that says. Since the start of the COVID-19 or the novel coronavirus pandemic, numerous organizations and institutions have come forward to provide relief to the millions of Americans impacted by the virus. While many brands and even celebrities are stepping up to do their part to help, some are wondering if wealthy pastors within the black church community are doing the best they can to help their congregations in their time of need.
As a matter of fact, hold on. As a matter of fact, there was another article where the pastor got mad. I think Bishop played that on Tuesday, shout out Tuesday, where pastor got mad
yes.
because the cops show up, the cops shut his church down, and he cannot collect the money, and he was pissed. Go ahead.
This week, many of the wealthiest pastors across the country found themselves in the topic of conversation when a Twitter user made a comment listing the net worths of the richest pastors and their lack of contributions toward COVID-19 relief. User Stone Cold 2050, who boasts 112,000 followers on the social media platform, calls out pastors like Bishop T.D. Jakes, who leads the Potter House Church in Dallas, and Creflo Dollar, the pastor behind World Changers Fellowship Church, accusing them of donating $0 to relief efforts. While there are no confirmed reports of the pastor's donation toward virus relief efforts, many users on the platform began to wonder if these pastors were doing everything they could to help the community. African Americans have been accounting for an increased number of new corona cases in major cities such as Chicago and Milwaukee. They also account for a high percentage of workers that have been laid off as a result of business dealing with severe revenue loss. With Easter coming this weekend, many are wondering if some churches will open their doors to their congregation despite the health risks involved.
I have a question. Don't they claim to be faith healers?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, some of them do claim.
Wouldn't it benefit for them to go to the hospital and do their faith healing miracle work?
The jacket slap?
Where's Benny Hinn?
Benny Hinn's jacket he knocked people over with. The pastor who put his foot in women's crotch to heal their vaginas in Africa. Where y'all at?
Where they at? Hey, this is what the Twitter post the guy posted. Blow it up bigger.
Damn.
Oh, you can't get it bigger. Read that.
Them jokers rich. Here are the richest pastors in America. Kenneth Copeland with a whopping $760 million. Pat Robertson with a nice $100 million. Benny Hinn, $60 million. Joel Osteen, $40 million.
Credulous.
Credulous dollar.
Damn.
Credulous Dollar with a $27 million. Rick Warren, $25 million. Franklin Graham, $25 million. T.D. Jakes stumbling in with $18 million, and Joyce Meyer sitting at the bottom of the pack with a measly $8 million.
Raise it up.
He said measly.
Read the bottom part.
With a total net worth of $1.6 billion.
Wow. I just pulled something, right?
Look at the bottom line. Total donated to
Donated to COVID-19 assistance, 0.00.
Negative zero.
Damn, man.
Now, there's an article. It's called, I just go to Google and type, how much money the church make a year? The Christian church collected $71 billion a year.
Wow.
Tax free.
That's mixed. That ain't just Judah.
No.
Judah gave up like 40 by
Now,
themselves.
I want you to think about this. $71 billion a year. Now, did the black community look like they're collecting $17 billion a year?
Not at all.
They don't do a damn thing for the black community.
Look at where Creflo's church is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right here in Atlanta.
The trap right across the street.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Remember, 2 years ago, Creflo wanted a $68 million private jet. Guess what? He got it.
Negroes got it for him.
The Negroes got it for him. Now, come this coronavirus thing, he didn't even give zero. He gives zero.
And it's affecting his people.
And it's affecting his people. Zero.
So he ain't even
Zero.
use that new jet.
He's
to
nowhere
fly
to be
something.
found. He gives zero. But the Negro buy him a $68 million private jet.
He could have flew some mass in or something. With
We
that
are
jet.
some sick ass people.
Hey, this is what the Lord said in Micah 3:11. Can you get that for us? Because the Lord talked about the wicked pastors that ruled Jerusalem. And as it was back then, so it is today.
Micah chapter 3 and verse 11. The heads thereof judge for reward,
So they judge for reward. They only judge if they can get paid. Right?
and the priests thereof teach for
They
hire,
only teach you the scriptures if you hire them. Right?
and the prophets thereof divine for money.
And all the false prophets, divination for money.
Yet will they lean upon the Lord and say, Is not the Lord among
And they
us?
say, look how much money we got. Doesn't this prove God is with us? Right?
None evil can come upon us.
They believe none evil can come upon them. But the Lord's judgment is going to be quick and severe on these pastors. That was it.
Yeah.
So, go ahead.
You see, like the Kojic, how you say it? Kojic. Kojic.
What?
It's a church.
Oh, a church. Oh, Church of God in Christ.
That one.
Yes.
Kogic.
Kojic.
Kojic.
Yes.
The Kojic church
We
had.
didn't know if you were actually naming something just being country as hell. We didn't know if it was country or I
the hell is this?
I thought that was how you say it. Kojic. Kojic church had like 12 pastors die in like a 3-week time period, like the beginning of March till mid-April, like 12.
What happened with them healing people?
Shit,
Yeah, what happened with that?
What do you say?
So they're healing people that cannot heal themselves?
Why don't they go into the hospitals and heal all the coronavirus people?
How come? What is that guy named?
Benny Hinn.
He got a jacket.
Yeah, that jacket's strong.
Why he didn't go to the hospital with the jacket and
swing
start
it?
swinging it around?
Just
and
slapping
healing?
people,
And slapping people and healing them.
slapping respirators out their nose. Breathe.
Damn.
Well, Bishop said
Instead,
said it, yeah.
Benny Hinn probably swinging the jacket. 6 feet, niggas. 6 feet. 6 feet.
social distance.
Hey, you gotta. If you say, remember Bishop, like you said in the scripture says they are fire. You gotta probably have to hire them to come to the hospital to swing that damn jacket. Can I turkey back off you, Bishop?
Oh, yeah.
Isaiah chapter 56 and 11. Right there.
Isaiah chapter 56 and verse 11.
Verse 10.
Yea.
Start at verse 10.
Verse
yes.
10. His watchmen are blind. They are all ignorant.
So these guys, Christ deems them hirelings. They were never ordained by the Most High God to come forth and bring forth the understanding of this Bible to the people. But it says the prophecy here says his watchmen are blind.
That's a good point you made about hirelings, because now there's an epidemic affecting the people and they're nowhere to be found.
Right.
They're supposed to be watching over the sheep.
They left the people.
They left the people. They're quarantined in their multi-million-dollar home with every amenity you can think of.
Multiple rooms. Multiple rooms. Go ahead.
His watchmen are blind. They are all ignorant.
They are all ignorant. Go ahead.
They are all dumb dogs.
Because what is the characteristics of a dog? If you happen to have a dog with inside your fenced area, your dog is to watch the house for intruders. These pastors aren't watching for the people. That's why what Captain Shamari brought forth. Go ahead.
They cannot bark.
They can't bark. They can't warn the people. They don't understand prophecy to tell the people the things that are coming forth on America. Go ahead.
Sleeping.
Go ahead.
Lying down. Loving to slumber.
And loving to stay asleep and keep the people of God asleep. Go ahead.
Yea, they are greedy dogs.
That's the key part right there. It says, yes, they are greedy dogs. That's why you'll have Kenneth Copeland talking about, make sure your tithes come in. I don't care if you got to slide it under the door. And then go back and do your business.
Then do whatever.
He said COVID-19. He blew. Is that all we get? He has 7 private jets.
Yes.
We give you 7 private jets and we got your breath.
Yes.
Okay.
And he's worth what? $760 million? Damn near a billionaire.
Damn near a billionaire, man.
Go ahead.
Dang.
Yea, they are greedy dogs,
God says they are greedy dogs. Go ahead.
Which can never have enough.
They can never have enough. The man's sitting on $760 million, and he's got all this money, and he's still telling his broke congregation to send the damn tithe.
And people, mad people losing that. They got 20-something, 20 million, 23 million people with no jobs.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Was that a cap when you had?
Oh, no, there's more.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Bishop.
No.
Okay. No. Go ahead, finish that out. We almost done.
And they are shepherds that cannot understand.
It says they are shepherds they cannot understand. They don't understand the Bible. Go ahead.
They all look to their own way.
That's what it's about. Their own pockets, lining their own pockets. Go ahead.
Everyone for his gain.
Everyone for their 7 jets, their 7 Lear jets, their multi-million-dollar mansions with multiple rooms. Meanwhile, the hood is right down the street from that mansion, and you're not helping the people. You got the room and board. You have the food in your fridge, your Viking refrigerators full of food. Go ahead.
From his quarter.
That's that.
What's a Viking refrigerator?
That's all. It's a very expensive refrigerator.
Why are we always out of?
You got one?
Generally, what's in there?
You have one of those?
No. We always out of put this thing, man?
I know this ain't a class, Deke, but we just got to get this.
Go ahead.
Get 1 Timothy 6, verse 17 and 18.
Viking.
Because in verse 10, the Lord tells us, for the love of money is the root of all evil, right? Everybody knows that. But then look what he says in verse 17. This goes for pastors. This goes for sports entertainers, music entertainers, whatever entertainment era you in, our black people. Watch what it says.
1 Timothy chapter 6 and verse 17. Charge them that are rich in this world.
What did it say? It said, Creflo Dollar has 27 million.
Yes.
TD Jakes had 18 million. Has 18. Go ahead.
Charge them that are rich in this world, that they be not high-minded, nor trust in uncertain riches, but in the living God, who giveth us richly all things to enjoy.
Watch this.
Verse 18. That they do good.
That they do good. Go ahead.
That they be rich in good works, ready to distribute.
Wait, read that again.
Ready to distribute.
Drop the bomb.
Willing to communicate.
So the only thing they're communicating is pay that tithe money, but they're not distributing. You mean out of your 18 million or 27, you can't donate 1 or 2 million to help the community?
They would never read that in church.
Hey, Bishop, so that go right back. Joseph of Arimathea. Who else? Who spoke with Christ? Nicodemus
and Zacchaeus.
And Zacchaeus. Yep. Damn.
Yeah. And the thing is too, this Christianity teaches I'm blessed and highly favored. It teaches individuality. This truth teaches the unity of a nation. Meaning if one suffer, we all suffer. And we're going to scrounge together till we all are doing okay.
Right.
But Christianity does not teach that. And then we can't, listen, Christians, you should not be mad at TD Jakes.
Right.
You should not be mad at Creflo because they teach individuality. I'm blessed and highly favored. If you're not blessed because you're not tithing enough, this is their doctrine that you have supported. You have given your last. You have got up every Sunday morning, listen to lies, clap your hands, send your kids to Bible study, all of that garbage. You have created that monster.
So they practicing what they preach?
They're practicing what they're preaching. The black community created those monsters.
Yeah.
When we stand on the corners and tell y'all to come out of them churches, you demonize us.
Right.
But now you're saying, why hasn't the church helped? Because we've been telling you who set those churches
That's
up.
right. That's right.
It don't make no daggone sense. Which one do you want? You want the truth, which we're teaching you, come out of those daggone churches. That's the bottom line.
When this happened,
You know what's so heavy? Go ahead.
Can I get one?
Yeah.
Isaiah. Give me Isaiah real quick.
Because if we don't let you talk right now, you ain't gonna see nothing.
Just give me one. I just want one. Because listen, we are talking about these pastors. You understand, for real? Because these are the pastors who have the Bible. You understand? And everybody go to them. They're not looking to the Israelite. You understand? When they see us, they call us cult. You understand? But the pastors in the church are the biggest cult.
Right.
You understand? For real? Because remember the last time when the flood happened in Texas?
Yes.
What?
He shut it down.
He shut it down.
Yeah.
You understand?
get
But
mud on my carpet.
Yeah.
he could come on international TV and tell the people, no, I never know about that. I never closed my church. But the people in Texas said you closed the church.
Hey, look. Hey,
And I
Barnaby.
remember the guy went down there and filmed. Remember where the water was? He walked down to the church and showed that the church was closed. That's when 2 days later he came on TV like, what we're doing is,
Yo,
Damn
for
devil.
real.
Hey, you know what's so heavy? Myself, the captains, and Bishop was in Uganda. Remember the radio station we went to that was up on the hill?
Oh, yes.
But everything outside of the gate of the radio station was just pure desolate. It just horrible slums. But when you come through the gate, and who owns that? Wasn't it TBN? TBN owned that radio
Trinity
station.
Broadcast Network.
Bro, inside was all manicured.
Really?
All nice. You go outside the gate where the people are.
It's like hell.
Hell, bro. Hell.
But the people continue
Continue
to
to support.
it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
The people continue to support it.
Right.
Isaiah
Isn't
123.
that the same thing with Work for Dollar churches over there?
Yeah. Old Nat.
And we were there?
Yes.
Talking in the mic.
Old National D.
Isn't that the same thing?
Yeah.
Over there, Bishop, they got drug dealers.
Yep.
Prostitutes at
Prostitution.
night, yeah.
At night. But the guy got a multi-million-dollar church thing right there.
The middle,
In the middle of all this going on.
the middle school right behind where his church is. Like if you come on that street, the middle school, that neighborhood, everything behind that, a park, that is
Junk. Yeah.
Junk. Come on. For real.
He's bleeding the block.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's read a scripture from me real quick.
Isaiah chapter 1, verse 23. Thy princes are rebellious
Come on.
and companions of thieves.
You understand? So the Bible telling you, you understand? These men are companions of thieves. You understand? For real. You don't know the things what they used to do before they become a pastor. Many of them are drugs dealers, man. Many of these pastors are robbers. You understand? Because they rob the people blind. How can you find in the Bible, where in the Bible say they're supposed to give 20%? They changed it from 10% to 20%.
they went
and the
up
people
on
them
it.
still
So they went up.
been doing it. You feel me? God said these men are thieves. Come on.
Everyone loveth gifts.
Everyone is love is gift. $12 tell the people. After you just said the neighborhood behind the church is like junk, but you're telling the people that you want a jet for $65 million and you get it. You don't see what's going on? God said these men are thieves.
Damn.
They like gifts. You understand? And they will never stop.
Hey, Barnabas.
Yeah.
You know, Bishop, you know what's so crazy? This guy wants $65 million jet, he got it. When we went to Sierra Leone, we didn't have no money to eat.
Right.
We had to call.
Yeah.
We had to call the state to send us $1,000. Yeah. When Captain National from London left, because he was with us for 2 weeks. When he left, he said, "All right, I'm gonna see what I can do for you guys."
Dang.
When he get to London, I think he sent us $1,000.
Five.
I think it was $500, bro.
Yeah.
We were struggling.
And Captain Joel from Philly sent another.
Sending. But this guy have a $65 million private jet. Hey, officer, if you sit here, you sleeping, I'm gonna curse you out. Tell what, you brother? I hope you're not sleeping. I'm gonna curse you out.
You gotta say something every now and then.
Yeah,
You better say something every now and then.
Yeah.
Telling you that right now.
So I'm saying the brother have a 65 million jet, while the greatest people on earth, when we travel, you understand, we have to call, you understand, and people trying to put a little 5 cent here, 10 cent there, you understand, to make ends meet.
Right. Yeah.
You understand? But this man asked for a $65 million. Remember, he have a $65 million jet. And we just look online and he valued $27 million.
And hey, by the way, before he bought that $65 million jet, he had 2 other jets.
These old though.
He got 2 other jets. He claimed they're old.
Why you never trade those jets?
Right.
You say trade them in,
You
huh?
just trade those jets. You don't need the people money. Trade in those jets and get a new jet.
Hey, and these be the same ones that gave him the $65 million jet. Oh, it's the pastor anniversary, and you ain't gave him nothing.
It's a love
The
offering.
one to kill, they'll kill you. You don't get the pastor something. They'll kill you.
But black people, we so stupid.
Right.
After this coronavirus, we're gonna go right back in there.
That's why the Lord calls us Sadish.
Go ahead.
Sadish. We have a
Finish that real quick.
Finish that, and we're gonna get pick the call.
Everyone loveth gifts and followeth after rewards.
They follow after what?
After rewards.
Every one of the pastors, every one of them. Don't even the Crockett church in the neighborhood. They want to be like Creflo Dollar. They want to be like TDJ. Every one of them. Come on.
They judge not the fatherless, neither does the cause of the widow come unto
They
them.
do not judge. You understand? They do not judge the people in the community right. You understand? They always, you understand, take from them. I'm telling you, the people who set up the church like the white people, you understand, they will never give Creflo Dollar 20%, nor 10%. It's we, as God people. You understand? His brother and his sister, he always take 10 cents here, 10 cents there, and the neighborhood keep going down. If all these churches in our neighborhood and we still have gun violence, we still have all this thing, come on, it don't make it. You don't make it. People turn to the Israelites.
Look,
that's where the right spot at.
One time when I've been in the world,
oh Lord,
it ain't
Hey,
that bad.
Kidan,
Confess.
go on Google, type how much money the black church collected from the black community a year.
So I used to when I used to go to the church, I used to fix the pastor's teeth. You know, he had dentures and stuff, so I fixed his teeth, him and his wife.
Oh, okay.
Right. So every time he'll pay me, he'll always pull a, like, I think he used to just try to flex it on me, but he'll pull the knot out and it always be a big old knot full of 1s and 5s. I was like, bro, and like in my head, I would always say, bro, that ain't nothing but church. But like, you could look at it and tell, like,
it came out the collection envelope.
right. It ain't like he went, you know, it was like, here go a 20, you know, cause I work, you know, it was like, I was like, bro, that's a big ass church knot, bro. Like every time I was like, man, this man stay living off the church money, but I figured out your job.
Hey, somebody just put in there, M Solo said, our church can't afford a full-time pastor, yet we pay her rent and salary of $650.
Wow.
Hey, you're gonna get the phone call, and then we're gonna read this a little bit. Is the person still there?
Rent and salary.
Shalom caller, what's your name, question, or comment?
Hey, you gotta turn your audio off, man.
Hello?
Hey, shalom, brother. What's your name, question, or comment?
Turn your radio down.
Hello?
Bro, turn your radio down.
Shalom. My name is Brother Baruch.
Shalom, bro.
What's your name,
Grace
question,
plus.
what's your question or comment?
Yeah, my name is Brother Baruch.
Hey, Baruch, call back when you turn your radio down.
Yeah, man, I was yeah, my comment is, man, first of all,
Oh,
Oh, yeah, he's got to turn his radio down.
hey, Brother Baruch, when you turn your radio down, you can call back. Oh God.
Black church.
Dad. Hey, can you blow this a little bit? No
Just a
way
little
you
bit.
can see this. Blow it up a little bit.
There you go. That's good.
Yeah, that's good.
Damn.
Black churches have collected $420 billion.
Since what? 19...
Harlem World
Since
Live Steve's research shows that black churches in aggregate have collected more than $420 billion in tithes and donations since 1980.
So 1982 today, how many years is that? About what?
40?
40 years.
Yeah.
$420 billion. and we don't on a path to peace. Isn't that crazy?
Damn.
With the Senate investigation into
They're basically robbing the black community. Yep. They're robbing us.
That's a small country for real.
Go ahead.
With the Senate investigation into the finances of several mega churches underway, the prosperity movement has been the target of mounting criticism from inside and outside the black church. Specifically, the affluent ministries of Reverend Creflo Dollar, Bishop Eddie Long, and others have drawn the attention and ire of some clergy and lay people alike. Researcher Henry E. Felder's study of blacks' donation habits demonstrated per capita spending a $508 per year in 2009 dollars. That don't make sense. Another source, Tyler Media Service, estimated that the black church revenue approached $17 billion in 2006. Damn. One church, the Reverend Dollars World Changers, reported $69 million in 2006 income.
So Creflo Dollar Church makes $69 million in 2006.
According to the Atlanta Journal-Constitution.
I don't know if you guys know where Creflo Dollar Church is. He's right in the middle of the ghetto.
About 10 minutes from here.
We got drug dealers, pedophile, prostitution running buckwild at night. It's look like a what is it called? It's like you drop a bomb there.
Yeah.
But his church is making $69 million in 1 year. Now, this is the same guy, that same church give him a $65 million private jet to fly around the world and star. Wearing these $5-6 million Brooks Brothers suit.
A $6 million suit? Damn.
No, I said $6,000.
Oh.
Did I say $6 million? I said $5,000-$6,000 Brooks Brothers suit. And your guys, I bet you after this thing is over, your guys gonna go right back in there because your guys blind.
That's what they waiting for.
You know what? To interject for 1 second. Why don't our people hold the Christian church accountable like they always try to hold us accountable?
Right.
Good question. You came out of the Christian church never asking where your tithe money goes, never asking where Pastor Love offering goes, his whatever birthday, baby mama day, whatever. You don't ask those things. But when you come here, you guys are staying in expensive hotels. If you really see the places that we stay when we travel international, you crazy.
Yeah.
You crazy. Get all kind of, got to get tetanus shots to take a shower.
Yellow fever. Yeah.
You crazy. But there's a point I wanted to make, though, because the number that you just showed, Deacon, $420 billion. So I just typed in, how much does it cost to build a city? So they gave some components of a city. It says that a high-tech hospital is between 500 million to 1 billion. Now, remember, that's 420 billion.
Right.
Damn.
So a hospital costs how much?
A high-tech hospital is between 500 million to 1 billion.
Wow.
So that means...
So you got a hospital.
In multiple cities. You got multiple cities. A major airport is $1 to $2 billion.
So we got an airport.
You see that stuff? So the major components it takes to run a city... We have the money.
Right.
We just don't allocate it right. We give it to the pastor, and now he gets a daggone house the size of a hospital, the size of an airport. But we can actually have our own, but you don't hold the pastor accountable when you're giving all his money. You don't do that.
Okay.
You don't do that.
Hey, see, the pastor don't see that though, because what you said is heavy cap about the $1 billion state-of-the-art hospital. The congregants are going to Grady.
Listen,
the pastor is going somewhere where Esau goes.
If any of y'all
are
in Georgia, you know about Grady Hospital.
Remember Grady?
Don't go. Listen.
Hey,
so take your chances.
You know how Grady Hospital compared to? Remember that hospital in Brooklyn?
Kings County?
The hospital in Brooklyn, you going alive, you coming out dead.
Same thing with is it Harlem Hospital? Same thing.
Yes.
You go in with a chest cold, come out with a amputated leg.
That's better than Brooklyn. Damn. Because Brooklyn, you got a little cut on your finger, you go in there, you come out dead. You be like, how did he die? He got a cut on his finger. We don't know. He just dropped dead.
Damn.
Yeah,
you come out dead.
Hey, you know what? Regarding what the stats that you just pulled up is interesting and phenomenal at the same time, because when I was young, I was doing security. I told you the story before. I was doing security at a store, and there was a Jewish guy came in and asked for the owner of the company, which his name was Isaac Escava. He owned a children's store. So I said, well, he's not here right now, but his younger brother's right there. That's his brother David. So he said, well, can I go talk to him? I said, sure, go on in. So he goes in. He falls at the guy's feet, crying and kissing his hand, thanking him. Now, I couldn't hear too much, so when he was coming out, I stopped him. I said, hey, what's all that about? He said, you don't know about the Escava family and what they did in the community? I said, no, what they do? He said, they had every Jewish store, because all on the land, all of that, they each, every week, gave 10% of their earnings, put it in the bank, and would fly families from Israel and buy them houses all over Brooklyn.
Damn.
That's what they. You mean these black pastors can't clean up and buy homes
Yes,
for our
they can.
people?
Yes.
Yes, they can.
Bishop.
Yes.
Officer Yohanan posted, I think it probably was the end of last year. There's a whole city near Macon, like gas station, theater,
Oh, that's
hall,
right. I saw that.
$1 million.
Yeah. Yeah.
Houses, everything, and open land. $1 million. And you
I had saw one like there's one like that in Connecticut. They're selling the entire city. It was like $1.2 million. It had multiple homes. It had the roads were paved. It had multiple general stores, things of that nature in Connecticut. And I'm like, why doesn't anybody buy this? And like you said, making $1 million. Come on, man. But what we choose, we rather continue to be impoverished and in squalor instead of allocating the funds that we get, the little bit we get, in the right place.
Because Daddy ain't said do it.
Yeah, damn. There it is right there. Thank you for tuning to Patient Saints. That sums it all up.
Daddy didn't say do
It's
it.
crazy, man.
Damn.
You had a phone call?
We had a phone call. If he's the same brother, if he don't turn his radio off,
Turn your radio down. Turn your radio down.
go ahead, Cap. Cap.
Hey, Shalom caller, what's your name, question, or comment? Shalom caller, what's your name, question, or comment?
Turn your radio up.
Hello?
Yes.
What's your name, question, or comment?
Name is Daniel from Connecticut.
From Connecticut, okay.
Yeah.
What's your question?
I actually have something to say. Like the church that I go to, it was SDA church.
A Seventh-day Adventist church, okay.
Yeah, Seventh-day Adventist church. They actually send $300,000 to $600,000 a year to the conference. But whenever the church needs something to be done, they actually never want to give any money back. We have to borrow the money after going through a whole long process to borrow the money from them.
Okay, so
I think he's saying that they have to take out a. Did you say you guys had to take out a loan if y'all need to do something?
Yes, we have to take out a loan from them. But before they even give us the loan, it's like they don't want to give it to us until we threaten them saying that we're not sending the tax up anymore. So that's when they try to, let us borrow money from them.
Wow. So in other words, what he's saying is, this church collect money every Sunday from them, but if they have to pay every Saturday,
every Saturday, yeah.
If they have to pay rent or something, instead of helping them, they have to borrow the money, and they put them through a long process to borrow that money, and they don't want to give it to them until they say, you know what, I'm not going to give you my money no more.
How much he said they give him? 300,000?
$300,000 to $600,000 a year.
Oh, dang!
Wow.
I don't give that no more. I found out that from Deuteronomy 14 that I don't really have to.
Right. Deuteronomy 14. That's right.
And you know what? Now that takes me back, Bishop. When we travel, especially over to Africa, which we know is a huge Christian denomination of our people, when they hear about tithing,
right,
it's like, Brett, like, really? Because some of the world's richest pastors are in Africa.
Yes,
They question that thing too.
Especially Nigeria. Oh my God,
man.
Selling semen juice.
Nigeria, man, they got some of the most craziest pastors over there.
Yeah, wasn't that
And
what
they're worth millions.
Yes, I remember there was one. The people said, if we don't pay tithes, the pastor said they will not bury us when we die.
Yes.
They hold them hostage. That's like extortion.
Damn.
Yes. Thank you for your call, brother.
Oh, I got a question. I don't know if I have time for that.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
My question is there any way you guys can give me a little explanation on Malachi chapter 3, verse 10?
That's your. Go ahead. That's your favorite one. Go ahead. Bang, bang, bang.
Oh, man.
I know.
Malachi chapter 3, verse 10. You want to start at 8? Yeah, start at 8.
Malachi chapter 3 and verse 8. Will a man rob God?
Verse 10.
We'll start at verse 8.
Start at 8, bro.
Will a man rob God? Yet ye have robbed me. But ye say, wherein have we robbed thee? In tithes and offerings?
Verse 10. I'm sorry, verse 10.
Yeah. We're getting the understanding from verse 8.
We're gonna get there, brother. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. What a lot of brothers and sisters don't realize is this is a scripture that pastors use to hold your pockets hostage. You start to feel, and we should feel compelled in a sense to make sure the church is up and running or the sanctuary is up and running. But they use this as a guilt trip. You're robbing God. That's why you're not getting blessings. Okay, keep reading.
Ye are cursed with a curse, for ye have robbed me, even this whole nation.
That's a very important line. It says you have robbed the entire nation when you don't give tithes and offerings. Now, God, if the conversation is about you, I'm taking long with this, ain't I? Keep reading, matter of fact.
Verse 10. Bring ye all the tithes into the storehouse, that there may be meat in my house.
Now, bring it into the storehouse because something gets stored in the storehouse. Right? Go ahead.
That there may be meat in my house, and prove me now herewith, saith the Lord of hosts, if I will not open you the windows of heaven and pour you out a blessing, that there shall not be room enough to receive it.
Okay, so open up a window, pour out a blessing. So we'll get that. Go to Deuteronomy chapter 14. Let's go to the law first.
Verse 22.
Let's go to the law. And start at 22. Start at 22. We're just going to jump around real quick.
Deuteronomy chapter 14 and verse 22. Thou shalt truly tithe all the increase of thy seed that the field bringeth forth year by year.
So now that tithing is seed, something that gets planted. The benefits from what grows from what you planted as far as seed goes. Go ahead.
And thou shalt eat before the Lord thy God in the place which he shall choose to place his name there. The tithes of thy corn and of thy wine.
The tithe of what?
Of thy corn, of thy wine, and of thine oil, and the firstlings of thy herds and of thy flocks.
That's why in Malachi chapter 3, it says, the storehouse, that there be meat. You have to store the herds of flocks, the corn, the wine. We're talking about the nation coming to tithe. Right. So you need somewhere to store all this stuff. Go ahead.
That thou mayest learn to fear the Lord thy God always.
Why? Because God gave you a commandment on how to tithe. When you do as God says, it shows you're doing it because you fear him. You fear his judgments.
And you know, the storehouse was the temple. It wasn't their pockets. It was, the temple for the priests to eat from.
Right. Continue.
And if the way be too long for thee, so that thou art not able to carry it, or if the place be too far from thee.
So if you lived in Asia Minor, you lived in Greece, now to go to Jerusalem to tithe, it's a very long distance to go with 1,000 sheep, 1,000 goats. It's a long distance to herd all of that. So this is the law on how to handle if you had a large herd, a lot of flocks, a lot of corn, oil, wine, so on and so forth. Go ahead.
Which the Lord thy God shall choose to set his name there.
Which is Jerusalem.
When the Lord thy God hath blessed thee.
Your pastor's not in Jerusalem, by the way. Go ahead.
Then shalt thou turn it into money.
Now money comes into place. Why? Because it's too much for you to bear carrying and traveling with all of those animals. Go ahead.
And bind up the money in thy hand, and shalt go unto the place which the Lord thy God shall choose.
Jerusalem.
And thou shalt bestow that money for whatever thy soul lusteth after, for oxen.
So you buy back those things, those different types of meats. If you only had goat, when you get to Jerusalem, you can now buy ox. You can now buy lamb. The money is supposed to be allocated to buy back the meat, the corn, the oil, the wine, and the things that we lust after to eat. Go ahead.
Or for sheep, or for wine, or for strong drink, or for whatsoever thy soul desireth. And thou shalt eat there before the Lord thy God, and thou shalt rejoice, thou and thine household.
And thine household. Real quick, when we was in Malachi 3, it says the Lord will open up the windows of heaven and pour you out a blessing if you tithe. Correct? Genesis 7:11.
Technically, it doesn't have to be money though, because it doesn't say anything. You know, when it says sell whatever you have, it didn't say to sell whatever you have to give the money to church, right?
100% correct. It doesn't say anything about giving that money. The tithing, and as you read down in Deuteronomy 14, for time's sake, the tithing was for the Levitical priests, the widows, and the orphans. It was to feed the nation. It was to feed the Levitical priests who did not have land for flocks, for oil, for wine. They didn't have land given to them. Their office and their portion was to do the Lord's service. Right. As you continue to read down in Deuteronomy 14. But read that, Genesis 7.
Genesis chapter 7 and verse 11. In the 600th year of Noah's life, in the second month, the 17th day of the month, the same day were all the fountains of the great deep broken up, and the windows of heaven were open.
Wait a minute. So when Malachi 3, it says the Lord will pour you out a blessing. Here's the thing. In Noah's time, what was poured out of the windows of heaven? It was rain. It was rain. What do your flocks need? What does your crops need? What do those things need in order to survive? Water. That's the blessing the Lord is talking about in Malachi chapter 3. It's rain. It's rain. It's rain. It's not talking about if you give tithes, the Lord is going to pay your light bill. That's the hell. No. If you do as the Lord commanded because you fear him, he was going to bless you with rain so that your crops could flourish. Your animals could be fat. They could be well and well nourished. That is what the Lord is talking about. That's the tithing in a quick summary, if that was quick.
Okay, thank you so much. Now I have something to go on my niece with. Because she always asking me, what about Malachi 3 verse 10? Yes. So there, I didn't really have anything to say to her when she said that.
Okay.
So I've been wanting that explanation for so long. Thank you so much.
And listen, on Israel United in Christ, we have many videos on tithing. So watch those videos, pass them along to your family, your friends, things of that nature. All right.
All right. Thank you for calling, brother. Hey, Kidan.
Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
Kidan, we got to move on. Kidan, give us that video about that's no, we don't want this.
The system.
Give us that, this system right there. I want you to play this, and I want you to listen. By the way, this is a white reporter is interviewing this African sister. By the way, this sister right there, she's a writer. She's a poet. She's a professor. She's very smart. Now I want you to listen to what the white reporter tell her. Play.
Since we met you people 500 years ago, look at us. We've given everything. You are still taking. It's true. I mean, where will the whole Western world be without Africa? Our cocoa, our timber, our gold, our diamonds, our platinum, our whatever. Everything you are is us. I am not saying it, it's a fact. And in return for all of this, what have we got? Nothing. Anti-personnel indoctrination.
What she's talking about, I know some of you clueless to what she's saying. What she's talking about how the white European, America, go in Africa, just stole everything. For example, when you talk about that devil, what is that devil name? Bishop, help me out. You know me, I forget name.
Which one?
The ones that the one that was cutting hands.
Oh,
Leopold.
Leopold.
Leopold built
Belgium.
with the resource of Africa.
The gold.
The Congo.
The gold,
Yes.
the Congos.
No, the Congo was rubber.
Yes.
Rubber tree.
So he built, and they say that if you go to that place, that place is beautiful.
Yes. Yeah.
We've been to Belgium.
Yes.
When you go in the Congos, it looked like hell. Right. He took all the riches, everything. And there was an article that's come out last year. France took $500 billion a year out of Africa. Now, some of you never been to Africa. We been. Let me tell you, Africa, there is kids walking around with no shoes on.
Yes.
There is kids that 9 years old, 8 years old selling water to survive.
Some of them have no school books.
No school books. It's sad. It's really sad. But when you go to Europe, when you go to and let me tell you, Sierra Leone have the biggest diamond mine in the world. Majority diamond, when you go to, I know some of you been to the diamond district in New York, in Manhattan. Guess where all the diamond come from? Sierra Leone. When you go to the diamond district, did you ever see how the white man kids live? The white men got $5,000 suit on. Their kids driving Maserati. But when you go to Sierra Leone, 8-year-old, 9-year-old selling water to survive. Now, I want you guys to think about this.
Amalek plays a big part in that diamond district, too.
If this man is not the devil the Bible speak of, I don't know who, because some of you still love him.
Yeah.
Some of you actually said no matter what he do, you're going to forgive him. Right. The reporter's going to ask you about that. Listen, put it back a little bit. I want you to listen to what the reporter said to her. That's
in return for all of this, what have we got? Nothing. Anti-personnel indoctrination against ourselves. If you go and cook your horrible diseases like AIDS, you say it.
She said, your guys indoctrinated us with white Jesus. Yes. That's how that thing play a big part. I know some of you, that thing play a big part. Because they bring that European man saying that they're God. So now they have, oh, well, it's God who's taking my diamond, I'm good. They said, well, give us the diamond, God is going to bless you. That's what they said. Yes. That's what she's talking about.
Did she say anti-personnel indoctrination?
Hold it back. Keep on. Hold it back a little bit.
Anti-personnel indoctrination against ourselves. If you go and cook your horrible diseases like AIDS, you say it is us. You brought us tuberculosis. We didn't have this big cough until white people came here. In exchange for Africa giving Europe 500 solid years of our people, I mean, not Europe, the Western world, of our human beings to work your canes, to dig your gold, to take in gold itself, diamond, I mean, fish, peanuts, palm oil, everything. In exchange for that, we have got nothing. Nothing. And you know it. Nothing. And you look upon, white folks look upon us like monkeys. It is true. It's in your literature. Hey, some of your best thinkers have said this about us. Have you heard of the...
Yep. There's another video. Cap. That's not the right video. There's another video where the white woman is asking her question. You can hear the white woman
starts
voice.
Out with her asking questions.
Right, yes. Right. There's another. Hey, go on. You on YouTube? Go down.
It's in the comments.
Go down. Okay, that's the second video. You see the one with the white man? That one. Play that one. Yes, that's the video. I want you guys to hear what the white woman who was questioning her, tell her. Listen.
If you go and cook your horrible diseases like AIDS, you say it is us.
Which to this day it remains the official policy of the American government. It has not changed. May not be implemented by Trump, but it remains the same. That the purpose of the foreign policy in Africa was to reduce the population. So to give aid to countries in Africa, not clean water and schooling and things like that.
You know what's so funny? It's coming from the devil himself.
Yeah. He said it was for depopulation.
Yes. Some of you don't believe us when we say it. Listen, the Israelite been telling you guys for years, Esau is the devil. So now he's coming from the white man himself. Go ahead.
And Bishop, when they have the deep marks is Yoruba.
No, they belong to a tribe.
Yeah, I think it was Yoruba.
That's one tribe, but some other ones do that too.
Oh, some others do it.
Didn't mind being a member of a military government.
I won't answer. The thing is that, as far as I'm concerned, since we met you people 500 years ago, look at us. We've given everything. You are still taking. It's true. I mean, where will the whole Western world be without Africa? Our cocoa, our timber, our gold, our diamonds, our platinum, our whatever. Everything you are is us. I am not saying it, it's a fact. And in return for all of this, what have we got? Nothing. Anti-personnel indoctrination against ourselves. If you go and cook
she's saying, after you take everything from us, you teach us how to hate ourselves.
Right.
That's what she's saying. Now the oppressor play the victim.
And now they over there trying to look like Esau, dressed like them.
That's what she's saying.
What she's saying is what Obadiah says.
Yes.
About the grape gatherers. They would somebody would have left some grapes. Esau, he takes, and takes. Because they really have nothing of their own.
No, they don't.
They have what resources grow in Georgia, Russia?
Potato.
Nothing.
All they eat is potato and raw meat.
And that's why they were eating lice off of one another. Because there's nothing there.
Bumbleberry roots.
Go ahead, play.
Horrible diseases like AIDS, you say it is us. You brought us tuberculosis. We didn't have this big cough until white people came here. In exchange for Africa giving Europe 500 solid years of our people, I mean not Europe, the Western world, of our human beings to work your canes, to dig your gold, to take in gold itself, diamond, I mean, fish, peanuts, palm oil, everything. In exchange for that, we have got nothing. Nothing. And you know it. Nothing. And you look upon, white folks look upon us like monkeys. It is true. It's in your literature. Hey, some of your best thinkers have said this about us. Have you heard of all these Germans?
Yes.
Have you heard?
Okay.
Yes. They said, Lord Burton, people like that, they said, we don't even have the brain of animals. That's what we've got from you people.
Real quick. And that goes right back into that medical apartheid.
Yep.
They would skin our heads, keeping us alive to measure our cranium. They would have skulls, measuring our skulls against the white man's skulls, say we were inferior, we were built more like apes, so on and so forth. Listen, the stuff that these nations have done to us is horrific. And Esau's horror movies have nothing on what they have really done.
Right.
You can look at one of Esau's worst and scariest horror movies. It's only a grain of salt in comparison to what they really did to us. Go ahead, play it.
But don't you think that this is over now?
Over where?
Right.
You hear what the white woman said?
I feel like I was at camp just now.
You hear what the white woman said? The white woman said, don't you think it's over now?
Right.
She said,
they always playing the victim.
Yes.
That was years ago.
That was long ago.
That was long ago.
Right.
Slavery, 100, 200 million died. That's okay. That was long ago. But guess what? They remind you of September 11 every day.
Yes.
They remind you of so-called Holocaust. 6 million every day. Every chance they get, they remind you.
remember
But they didn't say the Holocaust was a long time ago. September 11 was a long time ago. No, when you say, oh, you kill 100 million.
Right.
When you guys come here, your guys murder 66 million Native American Indian. Oh, that was a long time ago.
Right.
Don't you think it's over now?
Mm-hmm.
That's what they do. Keep playing it.
But don't you think that this is over now?
Over where? Is it over? Who said that 8 came from the green monkey? Is it over? Is it over?
Well, if this is your impression, do you think that you can ever forgive us?
It's not.
Oh, you see? That's what I
look,
want.
that face right there.
That's the part I want.
Yeah.
You hear what this one said?
That face.
This shit like, bitch. You hear what this one said? Play it again.
Well, if this is your impression, do you think that you can ever forgive us?
It's not a question of forgiveness. I have nothing against you. My point is that you did and you are doing for your survival what is necessary. We can't blame you for that. The fact that we didn't do enough for our own survival and we are still not doing enough for our survival.
Stop. I hope you guys understand what she's saying. In other words, she's blaming the puppet leaders in Africa. That's what she's saying. She's saying, listen, y'all guys are the devil. I don't blame y'all.
Yeah, y'all being who God created.
Y'all guys doing what God created y'all guys to do. Basically, she said, I blame us. We don't open our door, let your devils in. We should have never let your devils in. So your guys was doing whatever your guys to do to survive. Because she got a point, just like you said, Cap. Georgia, Russia, there's nothing good there. So they're going to do whatever they have to survive. But is those puppet, those African nation, those so-called leaders of the people who let a man destroy their own people for these damn devils?
Fell for that anti-personnel doctrination.
Exactly. That's what she's saying. She said, I don't blame you guys. It's just the same way, Bishop, what Esau is doing to us. We don't blame Esau. Esau was put in place by Mosai to do exactly what he's doing. Guess what? We was put in that position to do exactly what we're doing. We repent, keep the God's laws. When the kingdom come, wait for the kingdom. That's what we're doing. Esau is right where Mosai guy want him. That's what she's saying. Your devils you're doing exactly what God put you on the earth to do. Kill, destroy. Go ahead. Sorry. Cap, you was going to say something?
No.
Go ahead.
Phone call.
That is not your problem. You know, even everybody that God has created has a sense of survival. You know, and if we don't develop it, we can't blame white people. You came here because you needed these things. You took gunpowder from the Chinese. You needed them to shoot people.
Do you consider aid as a new form of colonization?
Of course.
Why?
That's why. You know, my people, the Akans, we have a proverb.
That's in Ghana.
It says that good morning, thank you is never enough to salt anybody's food forever. You cannot build your life on thank you, morning, thank you, English, thank you, God. You know, which is what aid makes, you know, we are always receiving. Nobody, look, and I don't care who hears, nobody anywhere in this world is going to send you their best of anything. Do you see? Neither the experts nor what I mean, people, you give us what you can afford. Aid is the leftover. Really? And it cannot be enough.
Stop.
What I mean.
Now I want you to think about what she said.
Damn.
Telling you,
That was heavy.
She's heavy. That sister right there, she's heavy.
That was heavy.
She said, when you give us aid, that's the leftover. And I'm going to explain to you what she mean by that. Now I want you kid on. Go on Google, type how much aid that the United States give to Sierra Leone a year. Now,
you know, 10% of the slave ships came from Ghana, from the Akan people, 10%. I was just looking it up.
Oh, wow.
Is that a offshoot of Ashan?
Kidan, what you come up with?
They're all in the same subgroup, they call it.
So they are Jake.
Yeah, that's Jake.
That's Jake. Kidan, what you come up with? Now,
she look at the
I want you to read this, Kamala. Read it real quick. Hey, sorry, hold on. Cap, you was gonna say something.
No, I was gonna say she look like the lady from remember Gone with the Wind? Remember the house?
Yes.
people?
Oh, yeah. Yes, she does. Kidan, Kamala, read this according to U.S.
According to U.S. Foreign Assistance statistics, Sierra Leone will receive $14.4 million in foreign aid from the U.S. in 2019.
Stop. I want you. Listen, Israel. Listen, put your thinking cap on. Israel, put your thinking cap on. I want you guys to listen to what that's. Sierra Leone got the biggest diamond mine in the world. 90% of diamond that's in the diamond district in New York, and I'm just only talking about New York. I'm not even talking about Europe. It's come from Sierra Leone. You guys can check it. America give them $14 million in 2019. Now, let me tell you something.
That's a baseball player set. Like,
that's a slap in the face.
Can I read something?
This is like somebody spit on your face. It's like you come to my house, you school my wife, you turn my kids into slavery, and you just, when I confront you, you just, pow, get out of here.
Eating a sandwich.
And you just spit on my face.
Hey, D.
Listen, this is some madness. Now, Cap, remember, I'm sorry, Cap. Remember that she said, you guys give us the leftover. Think about it. France collected $500 billion. You give them $14 million. You come to my country, you collect $500 billion for 2019, and you turn around, you say, here's $40 million, nigga.
So they won't even get a 10% back.
Right. And it's a loan.
And it's a loan.
You got to pay it right back.
Now, come on, Israel. Put your thinking cap on.
Right. Hey, and not only is it a loan, remember was it IMF,
International Monetary Fund?
They are the ones that say, oh, and by the way, I'm giving you this loan of how much?
$14 million.
And your monetary value of your dollar is garbage.
It's garbage.
Compared to ours. So now you got to pay back for years upon years upon years, which you can never pay back. They call that neocolonialism.
Yeah. Now, Israel, if this white man is not the devil,
where and who is he?
I don't know where they got that Arab from. Arab is the white man. Arab is Esau. If this white man is not the devil, I don't know who is he. You guys go ahead, figure it out. Put your thinking cap on. Those of you who believe the white man is not Esau, put your thinking cap on. Is the Arab is the one who's doing this? No. The white man is doing this. The Arab didn't bring AIDS in Africa. The white man is doing this. Esau, the white man. Go ahead, Cap.
Hey, Sierra Leone export $1.1 billion of goods come out of Sierra Leone, but they give them $14 million in aid.
That's crumbs. That's crumbs.
Wow. It says they export diamonds, rutile, cocoa, coffee, and fish, totaling about $1.1 billion.
So that means you got everything you need to survive, but you can't even apply it to yourself. You handing it out to them, and then they like, here's $1.
They ain't handed it. They
Make it work.
They taking it.
Taking it, yeah.
Taking it.
Damn.
I like when you see them posts.
Kidan, go back to the video.
Oh, we got a call.
Oh, let's pick up the phone call and Kidan go back to the video after the phone call.
Shalom caller, what's your name, question, or comment?
Shalom.
Hey, Shalom, can you speak up a little bit?
Shalom. Most High Christ bless. Can you hear me?
Yes. We can hear you.
Shalom. All praise to the Most High for leadership. This is Soldier Michael, IUIC Kuwait.
Hey, shalom, bro. Shalom, Soldier Michael. Hey, thank you for the clothes you sent, by the way, you and your wife. All praise. Thank you so much.
All praises, Bishop. All praise. I am Kuwait. We're still stuck in Babylon, but all praises being here with family. But I want to go back on what we were talking about the pastors, man. The pastors is the new plantation owners pretty much right now for our people, man. Us growing up, my family in Philadelphia, my mother is still stuck in that Christianity. These pastors are the biggest drug dealers. They the biggest drug dealers today. And I have a disdain with them people because growing up, my mother gave her last to the church. And we was hungry sometimes, so not glorifying it, but the church is what pushed me into my criminal activity when I was younger. Because me and my brother started robbing churches. You know, we were going to the church, stick them up, because there was no security back in the 90s in churches. So we did what they was doing to us, not to glorify it, but I hated them churches, and I still do. I never forget the pastor, Pastor Gilbert Coleman Jr., Philadelphia, PA, 19104.
Damn.
Christian House Fellowship and Prayer. And my mother still is
Hey, Lord's will they repent, bro. Lord's will they repent.
Yeah, Lord's will they repent, man. Lord's will. But heavy topic. Our people are still stuck in this thing, and I got a disdain for them pastors, man, but they still doing this, getting away with it. But all praise for the prophet, bringing the truth, because the word saved my life through RUIC, and all praises, man. Y'all keep doing what y'all doing. I love y'all brothers, man.
Thank you, bro.
All praises, man. All praises. All praises.
Praises, man. That's
Hey,
heavy right
definitely,
there, man.
this truth definitely saved our lives.
Yes, sir.
The thing that you're showing, Deke, and like if people don't believe the white man is the devil, God prophesied what would happen to the Israelites because she's from Ghana. These are Israelites over there, and their native language is called Twi, Twi. Remember, we were in Ghana. You was with us. Were you?
I was in Nigeria.
You go with us to Ghana?
No.
Somebody went with us. Well, anyway, that's what they speak. You know, I want to read it real quick. Deuteronomy 28:43. I'm going to read it. The stranger that is within thee, meaning other nations, primarily white man, watch. The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou, meaning you Israelites, shall come down very low. He, meaning the other nations, mainly the white man today, he shall lend to thee. They lent us what? Was it 14 million?
14.4.
14 as a loan. He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. We can't say we're just lending you this, you got to pay us back. We don't have that power. It says, he shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail.
Dang.
And that's what she's describing in this video, this professor. She's a professor, right?
Yeah, she is.
Yes, she's a
professor. Let me get this straight. You come to my country, you took my money, and then you said, all right, I'm going to let you borrow $40 million.
Not only my money, they came to the country, they took the resources and the people.
Yes. Right.
And they said, we're going to give you a loan of 14.
We're going to give you a loan of $14 million. But you just say 500 billion. No. Well, then will he take it? It belongs to us.
Right.
We found it. We discovered it.
We found it.
And not only do you got to pay it back, you got to pay it back with interest.
Not only do you have to pay it back, you have to forgive them.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
It makes no sense.
You have to forgive me for robbing you.
Right.
So what's interest when your money is less than the money you paying back?
Right, exactly.
Like if my money is worth, if you got $1 and my money only worth
10
cents, I gotta pay you back 10 times before I can even get to the $1.
That's their point. They the damn devil.
You never get out of debt.
Never.
Everywhere
Everywhere
they
they
go,
do
they
the
do
same thing.
Never.
Every country they go, they do the same thing.
Yep. They just bought the shipping ports in Kingston, Jamaica.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, that's Moab. I'm sorry, I take that back. That's Moab.
Hey, they the devil too, though.
They finna hit y'all with that Puerto Rico tax. How they do Puerto Rico, where you pay to get it out and then gotta pay to get it back in.
The Jones Act.
The Jones.
We have another call. Shalom, caller. What's your name, question, or comment?
Shalom, this is Sister Sarah from Detroit. I had a comment about, they were talking about the Diamond District.
Shalom,
Yes,
sis.
sis.
Movie.
You got a couple of diamonds?
No. I'm sorry. Oh, shalom, Deacon. I didn't know I was on
Hey,
there.
shalom,
I'm sorry.
sis. Most High Christ bless you.
Most High Christ bless. But yeah, I don't know if you guys have seen it. And shalom, Bishop.
Shalom, sis. Most
I'm
High
so
Christ
happy to
bless.
see you.
All praises.
Shalom, Captain Shemaiah. Shalom, Captain.
Shalom, sis.
Hey, shalom, sis.
It's like it's retro.
Shalom.
Sis, go ahead.
But
Go
it
ahead.
was a movie. Okay, I'm sorry. It's a movie called Uncut Gem with Adam Sandler, and he's in the Diamond District. And the movie starts off with them showing our brothers working in the diamond mine, and one of them got his foot broke or something. But anyway, flash forward, he buys his precious black opal, and Kevin Garnett comes into the store looking for diamonds to buy. And he says, hey, you ever heard of the black Jews? Look, I got this black precious opal. And he's telling him how he got it from Africa and stuff. But
What's the name of the
crazy
movie?
Uncut
It's
Gems.
called Uncut Gems.
Uncut Gems. I gotta find that.
But check it out.
Thank
Yeah, it's like in the beginning of the movie. It's a really good scene. And as he's looking into the black opal, he's like seeing Kevin Garnett is looking into this black opal, and it's showing images of our people struggling.
Really?
And him making it big, like it's like they telling us, look, y'all the Jews, but nobody, it's over our people's heads.
Right, absolutely. Absolutely.
Wow. Man, okay, sis. Thank you. Thank
all
you.
praise.
Sis.
Thank you for your
Thank
call.
you.
sis.
Shalom.
Thank you. Shalom.
Shalom.
Hey, Cap, you want to finish this? Yeah, finish that.
Go a little bit more.
Hey, speaking of Sierra Leone,
Hold on,
I'm sorry. You mentioned Sierra Leone. There's a movie called Blood Diamond. I just
Yes.
I saw this about Sierra Leone.
Leonardo
DiCaprio.
Leo DiCaprio.
Yes.
That's a good movie, too.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Hey, you can, when, the world is, now the world is one place. So, there is nothing wrong if my house is in a crisis and you offered me something. There's nothing wrong, because there is interrelationship. But a whole nation, a whole continent cannot live forever on aid. And I think aid we are in Africa, we are in danger of making foreign aid a kind of policy that is wrong. I think that it humiliates our people.
And you know what's so crazy? Bishop, how many countries in Africa they got in the continent?
54, 55.
54, 55 countries, right? If this country united, they don't need to trade with no other nations.
Right.
They can just trade between themselves.
Yep.
But there is no unity. And the white men make sure they're not united.
Yep. Patrice Lumumba wanted them to unite.
Yes,
They assassinated
that's why they kill them. That's why they kill them. You make sure they're not united. You make sure you put division.
What's the other guy, the Arab brother? What's his name? Not Arab brother, but I think he might be Jake, but he looks Arab. The one that they killed and dragged through the streets.
Muammar Gaddafi.
He wanted all Africa to
Yes.
unite.
He wanted to do that also.
Change the currency
They
and
kill
all of that. Hey, there's a documentary I just put in there, officer. It should be at the very top. And I think everybody should watch it because there's something that the reporter said that was, she said, what can we do to be forgiven for what they've done? And she said, you're still doing it.
Right.
And the reporter was like, well, like what? We're still doing it. I want to just play a little bit of this. This is a documentary.
What's it called?
Called The Dark Side of Chocolate. The Dark Side of Chocolate.
Everyone loves chocolate. 3 million tons of it are consumed every year, half of it in Europe.
I like them Toblerone. Stop it. 3 million tons of it is consumed every year, and half of that is just in Europe.
The other half's America.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
Hershey got it popping right.
Right? Go ahead, play it.
But the success of chocolate has a dark side. While first world kids are enjoying the sweet taste, reality is rather different for Africa's children. According to a wide range of organizations, the chocolate industry is accused of covering up the trafficking of children and the use of child labor on the cocoa plantations. We have decided to investigate these allegations. But the truth can be dangerous. We will go undercover with hidden cameras and assumed identities. Is it true that young children work as slaves in the chocolate industry?
So, watch the rest of it on your own. But it's a very heavy documentary.
I think I saw that on Netflix.
Because
this is on Netflix, I think.
They actually traffic children and force them to work on the cocoa plantations to supply Europe, America, China with all their chocolate. So the woman is like, forgive us for what we've done, but she's saying it's still happening. It's still happening.
Like, forgive us.
So all these cocoa is in Ghana, Nigeria, those the coastline places, where many of the cocoa plantations are, and they kidnap children to force them to work there.
You know what's so crazy, Cap?
Today.
When you look at companies like Hershey's,
It's in there.
Kisses.
It's in there.
Give me some more.
Yeah,
Mars.
Yes.
All these companies run by slave owners.
Yes.
Because when you look at, because remember, these companies owned by families. And if you go and Google these companies about how much these families worth, they're worth billions of dollars. And that's what you call wealth. That's why you see these families that, and those are the same companies you guys supported every day. Go and buy the stuff, and you eating it, you don't even know where they come from. But guess what? It's your own people. They kidnap, torture.
Yes.
To do these things.
And they show you a lot of the Swiss chocolate companies, how they have factories set up in these coastline countries. And you can't bring cameras in there. You can't go in there. The people don't get paid most of the time that work there. It's like very high security because they want to cover up what they're really doing. That's what they do, man. It's a good documentary.
They do the same thing to Northern Kingdom because essentially that's where Esau got it from. When they came and saw the Asher and Issachar used to eat it. Esau came and did the same thing to them. They were like, oh, we can get it from here too. So they do that on both sides. They do Southern Kingdom and they do Northern Kingdom the same way.
Yeah, and they show both of those sides in End of Poverty.
Yes.
That's another good documentary.
Yes.
Keep on. Go ahead.
People in the villages have not asked anybody to go around begging on their behalf. Well, I'm being a writer, really. It is crazy. I mean, it is a very self-consuming kind of activity. You know, you sit in a room, you write, and you think that other people outside want to hear it. I mean, the tensions of, writing a book, it's tense. When you finish writing the book, you are tense because you wonder, how will the publishers and editors react to a book, to a story? Even when it's published, you wonder, why are they saying that my books are selling in Ghana, in Nigeria, in Sierra Leone, Botswana, Lesotho, even South Africa, Kenya, and I'm still so poor? So all of these issues are part of the real horror of being a woman, a writer, an African. But you don't stop writing because of any of them. You just go on.
So she's saying she's a writer. She writes books. But what's so funny is you're going to find out is they might have a white woman somewhere. She's probably, this sister right there probably way smarter.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Right. But the white woman garbage book is going to sell.
Yes.
And she become rich overnight. But the same writer, and she pour her heart out. She said, my book is selling all this place, I'm still poor. Why is that? She said, because I'm black and I'm African. That's a fact. That's the truth. That's the truth. Now, Esau will come to her, tell her, hey, we're going to do your book with this. And if Esau exploiting her and took that same book, Esau took that book international, make millions, but Esau only give her a couple of hundred.
Right.
That's what they do to our people.
That's their MO.
Yeah, that's the MO.
Hey, let's go to our Northern Kingdom brothers and
yeah,
sisters
man.
real quick.
Officer, you all right over there? Don't fall asleep.
Hey, sisters, call in for the officer now.
He's single.
He's
and retired.
And he's tired.
And he's tired.
And he's tired.
Dang. Oh, praise.
Now, this next article is about the government of not Sierra Leone, of Venezuela. As you guys know, after
that one is Gad.
Yeah, it's Gad.
Which one you playing?
We go to Venezuela. Go to Venezuela.
No. Which one are you playing, brother?
Gad during this COVID-19 on the reservations.
Oh, go ahead. You see what happened when they tell me, don't tell me what the hell's going on?
You out of loop.
Oh, man. Go ahead, play it.
This is Shiprock Peak, the sacred heart of Navajo Nation, 27,000 square miles, a site so beautiful it takes your breath away. But this morning, we want you to meet the real heart of Navajo Nation, not the postcard, the people. Almost 200,000 of America's first citizens
By
live
the way,
here.
some of them is white.
Yeah.
Some of them is not J.
Right.
Yeah. I don't care what you say.
And their hearts are filled with fear.
I kind of get worried, but I just leave it at that.
Lucinda Thomas is 71. She lives with her husband and grandkids, and like about 30% of the people here, they have no running water.
So a lot of times when we hear about no clean water, lack thereof over in Africa, we're like, but it's right here too.
Yeah, right in America.
It's right here too.
USA.
So now they have, I want you to think about this. You have 27,000 square miles of land that you can't get running water on.
Right. This is the desert.
They literally, same thing, stripped everything from Gad, took everything, gave them a plot of desert land. And
Damn, Cap. Hey, that's heavy you say that. Because remember, we spoke about that. Esau knows every square inch and mile
of
this land here, what's underneath the soil on this land
They
here.
use satellites for that, yes.
So if any oil under there,
right,
we're taking that.
They remember they did that in South Dakota almost 2 years ago. 2 years ago, when they wanted to run the pipeline through their sacred reservation land, and they were like they boycotted. They were protesting. Esau was like, I don't give a damn. I'm running this pipeline through your land.
And then a couple of months ago, it started leaking and poisoned the water.
Poisoned the water, yeah.
Ain't that so?
Yeah. Esau said, "Oops, my bad." Good.
Nearest pump, miles and miles away. Eugene So is a tribal council representative. His home doesn't have running water either. He says his community is becoming...
Go back a sec. Doesn't that look like a third world country?
Yeah.
Man, what?
Like, go back just a couple seconds to show
Haiti.
Like, come on, that look like Haiti right there.
Haiti's nicer.
Damn.
At least Haiti got goats. They ain't even got goats.
If Haiti's not, Haiti nicer.
Haiti's nicer.
But
Jamaica look worse than this.
Jamaica does. I think he might be right.
Water either. He says his community is becoming increasingly desperate with the casinos and coal mine now closed.
Mostly we don't have no money since this started.
How worried is he?
Sorry. I don't think there's any words I can say to how much I am worried about the people of the reservation and my community. We ask for help. There's nothing coming in. So I'm worried about it. Can't sleep, can't think right.
In this vast space, almost 40% of the homes have no electricity either. They are used to making do, and that's lucky because promised federal aid has only just begun to trickle in after 5 weeks of pleading for help. Navajo Nation President Jonathan Nez.
Sometimes we feel that we tribal people, tribal nations, are at the bottom of the list when it comes to limited resources.
Just a few days ago, you told us you hadn't received a penny.
Well, we're hopeful that this week will be a better week for us. We're not going to roll over, or we're not going to feel sorry for ourselves. You know, it just seems alarming that the first citizens of this country are kind of pushed to the back burner.
There are people helping. The Arizona National Guard flew in supplies. A team from Johns.
Is that aid that the sister was just talking about?
Can't live on it.
So you the riches of the land you have stripped from these people, and then you come back with a couple boxes of Cheerios and some toilet paper, some Band-Aids, and that's supposed to make you seem. Listen, this is why Most High God and Christ has to take these people down.
Yes,
because a lot of us, we could uprise and fight, but if they cut the supplies,
that's it.
Which they've already given us a limited amount. If they cut that, you're done. You are literally done. You have no energy. You have nothing in you to fight.
Right.
So this goes right back to what the sister was saying. You've taken everything from us, and the lady's like, well, what about aid? What is this really gonna do? When they didn't say anything about giving them electricity. 27,000 square miles, no electricity. 27,000 square miles, no running water. But you're bringing in some box of friggin' Cheerios?
Yeah.
We ain't got no damn milk for the Cheerios.
Right.
Put water on it, be fine.
What water?
Oh.
Yeah, it's true.
These devils, man. Go ahead. Just a little bit
Hey,
more.
Cap, but you got these dummies, Israelite, and Facebook talking about Esau is my brother, Esau is my sister.
Oh, man,
The white man. The white man is destroying his people right in front of his eyes.
Damn.
The white man is destroying his people. The demon is on Facebook. Oh, I love Esau. Esau does nothing to me. That's my sisters, that's my brothers. You the damn devil the Bible speak of, black ashy demon. That's what you are.
They be confused because they be sitting there talking about we need this for the black community, we need that, and in the very next post it's like Biden for president. Is he gonna pick Stacey Abrams? You like, bro, you sound like how you gonna focus on the black community and the very next thing come out your mouth is which white man gonna help us the most? Like, man, come on, man.
Hey, Deke, I think some people are offended at your comment.
What did they say?
They said what he looks like is irrelevant. He's Israel.
What who's look like is irrelevant?
Because you said that some of them are white.
Are you talking about? No, seriously, those Native American Indian, some of them is white people.
$5 Indians.
$5 Indian who put themselves in there say they are Native also because they wanna they listen. For example, I'm going to give you an example. I know that for a fact. You know how I know Connecticut got one of the biggest casinos. It's owned by the Native American Indians. Some of them, they are not Native American Indians. They are Esau who passing themselves as an American Indian so they can get part of that money.
Right.
It's a fact. You guys forget who you're dealing with. You're dealing with the devil. Esau's the devil.
What's they call it? Dawes
Roll.
Dawes Roll, right? Where they claim to be Native American Indians and got land and tax.
Exactly. So whether you got mad or not, go do your research.
Yeah,
it's true.
This man is the devil.
Yeah.
Hey,
by the way, because we got some Israelites who show up here with one of them. Look like freaking
Duck Dynasty.
Duck Dynasty talking about, oh, that's Israel. Oh, she's
He
Gad.
said Duck Dynasty.
We say, yeah, she's Gad. Let me see her father. Be like, whoa, that's not Gad.
And don't put it past this man. He shows you in Hollywood. He's the damn last samurai.
Yep.
He's Moses. He's he's damn Chinese.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's that one, Last of the Mohicans?
Yes. Yes.
And that other, he's the last Negro?
Yes. So, hey, Esau gonna get it in when it comes to money. He's covetous. Remember, it's a greedy damn. He's a greedy damn devil.
Esau will become a
Esau
will become a nigga
right.
just to get paid.
Hey, that's
I'm just telling you the fact.
Hey,
that's how they are.
That's heavy you said that because my wife in the world, her friend, she had a Edomite friend, claimed she was Native American. Same thing. Free health care, free dental. Getting a check cut. And she got blonde hair, straight blue eyes. You know, she can't dance a lick. So you know
she can't do a rain dance.
Can't do the rain dance. Nothing.
We
rhythm in her body.
When we went to the powwow thing in Stone Mountain, and we was talking to the vendors out there, they supposed to be Gad, and more than a few of them when they start talking, oh yeah, my father's he's Jewish and my mother is Native. You're like, what you doing? You know, we thinking that, but to them. You know, because they got a little tan or something. They like, I'm Native American.
They're like, I'm getting a check.
Listen, why do you think Christ said, let the wheat go out with the tares?
Yes.
Why the hell you think he said that?
Yes.
Or you think Christ didn't know what the hell he's talking about? Some of them going to try to pass for our people.
Right.
But Christ said, don't worry. Let the wheat go with the tares. When the angel come, they're going to be like, hey,
Get your Fake.
Red behind out of here.
Hey, can I get a script real quick?
And some of them mixed with Moab too.
Yep. Yes.
During the railroad, what is it called? Industrial
Yes.
Revolution.
Yes. Hey, Isaiah 42 and 22. Really fast. Because I'm glad you brought this out, Captain Shemaiah. We generally don't look at it for what it is.
Isaiah chapter 42 and verse 22. But this is a people robbed and spoiled.
Stop. You see these people on this TV right here? They are a people robbed and spoiled. Nationality, of their land, of their true heritage, of the laws of God, of their resources. Go ahead.
They are all of them snared in holes.
They're all snared in holes. That goes right back. Those holes is the doctrines and the philosophies of your so-called oppressors today. Go ahead.
And they are hid in prison houses.
This reservation is a damn prison houses. Hectares and hectares of land of prison house. That's what that is right there. They claim it's a reservation. It's not reserving anything. People are perishing on these damn prison houses.
Remember, opioid addiction is
high. Yes.
Among natives.
And alcohol.
And alcohol abuse.
Yes.
Go ahead.
They are for prey.
If you remember when Captain Amaziah went to Alaska, he took video. They were like standing, them opioid, them methadone clinics. Like they're in a vegetated state on their feet. I was like, what the hell is this?
Oh, yeah,
that's crazy.
But they're trying to numb themselves from the pain.
That's the point.
That's the pain.
That's the point. Go ahead.
They are for prey.
Our people are preyed upon daily. These people are being preyed upon daily. Resources. Okay? Their whole mindset. Go ahead.
And none deliver it.
And none deliver it. The only people that are the only person that can get these people out of this condition is Jesus the Christ, the Black Messiah.
Right.
That's the only way their condition is going to get straight.
That's right.
Go ahead.
For a spoil, and none saith restore.
And none say restore. You don't see Esau. Esau sent a damn box of damn Cheerios and a couple Band-Aids. That's going to restore the people? Right. No.
From hundreds of years.
Yes.
Remember the brother Moses West from Austin, Texas? He's the one that created that machine that makes air into water.
Yes.
And they destroyed it. We have heard nothing from this brother after
It's
that.
been quiet.
Quiet.
Yeah.
That could help so many of our people.
Yes.
He wanted to help Flint, Michigan, and now they need help.
They need it on them reservations. Man, look. Listen. If you take anything away from Patient Saints Radio today, know for certainty that Esau is the devil.
That's right. That's right. Damn the devil. Damn the devil to hell.
we could touch on Venezuela in the last 30 minutes or so. Let's go to the next article. To further show that Esau is the devil.
He's the devil.
This is Newsweek, April 26th. Venezuela prepares for war with U.S. with rifles, missiles, and well-oiled tanks at the ready.
Now, I don't know how many of you have been reading the news. The U.S. The U.S. tried to charge the president of Venezuela with drug trafficking, and I know some of you believe that crap. Listen, hey, every time I read something like that, that reminds me of the class yesterday Bishop did. That video Bishop played, that documentary about how they control how we stand.
Yeah, that was heavy.
Listen. I don't know how many of you know the history in Venezuela. Kid on. Go on YouTube, not YouTube, Google. Put how many the oil. You know what to type, right? About the oil.
How
many barrels of oil?
How much oil did Venezuela got?
Venezuela holds 299,953,000,000 barrels of proven oil reserves as of 2016, ranking first in the world, accounting for about 18.2% of the world's total oil reserves.
Now, I want you to guys think about this. Again, Israel, put your thinking cap on.
Bring it out.
Venezuela hold 18% of the world oil. I don't know. I don't think you guys understand what that means. If Venezuela shut down, it can affect the world oil.
Right.
That's what that's saying. They said they're number one in oil reserve. Now, what's so crazy about this is this guy sit on 18% of oil in the world. But he's a drug dealer. You gotta be freaking kidding me.
This doesn't even make sense.
You cannot make this stuff up with Esau. You cannot make this stuff up.
What drugs he got to push?
What drug do I have to push when I sit on the biggest reserve in the world? But I'm a drug dealer?
That man selling
You cannot make this thing up.
And they've been trying to get Venezuela for a
Long
time. What was it, Chavez?
Yes.
Was he president?
Yes.
Right.
Damn.
After they killed him, they devalued the money down to like nothing.
And the people was going. Well,
They ate the zoo animals.
They ate the zoo animals.
Hey, if you go to Saudi Arabia, if I'm not mistaken, I think they see that the third or the second oil reserve in the world. Every single one of them is billionaires. That family, every single one of them is big with billions of dollars.
Oh yeah, they be princes.
Now they said Venezuela got more oil than them. Now I want you guys to think about that. Put your thing in cap on.
Saudi Arabia holds 266,578,000,000 barrels
So
of proven oil reserves
That is second.
as of 2016, ranking second in the world.
What
And
does that
accounting
say?
for about 16.2 of the world's total oil reserves.
Now guess what? All these guys over there, they're billionaires. They're worth billion. Actually, you can even, Officer Kidan, you can even go in and say how much the prince of Saudi Arabia or the king of Saudi Arabia are worth.
Right.
You can even type it. He's going to tell you.
Right.
He's going to tell you.
But Saudi Arabians ain't drug dealers.
But Saudi Arabia ain't drug dealer, no. They're America's best friend. They ain't drug dealer, though. Read that walk real quick.
In June 2015, Forbes listed Prince Al-Walid bin Talal as the 34th richest man in the world with an estimated net worth of $22.6 billion.
If you're worth $22.6 billion, what are drug dealers? What type of?
Yeah.
Now this guy in Venezuela got more oil, but he's a drug dealer
with no risk.
With no risk. Isn't that something?
That's crazy. Hey, you know what? Real quick, Officer Alicia, you got that? I want y'all to look at that real quick about Venezuela. A lot of people, after Chavez was assassinated, because he was assassinated with his brain aneurysm. Read that real quick.
This is Rutgers. Citigroup Inc.
So read the title above it.
Citibank to close certain Venezuela accounts.
Go ahead.
Citibank Inc. said that its unit will stop correspondent banking and servicing of certain accounts in Venezuela.
What Citigroup did, but this is around 2006. They did a big campaign of Citibanks throughout Venezuela. Then a couple of years later, 1 or 2, the banks all closed and shut. All the people's money gone.
Wow.
Locked.
Gone. This is why they were eating zoo animals. This is why they're in the garbage today. This whole thing was a setup to shut down the country, to what do they call it? Destabilize.
Yes.
That was it.
Because they won the oil.
Right. They want the oil.
They tried to put their president in there, and I guess something happened with Maduro and the other guy that they had.
Yes.
That United States was trying to
puppet
set up.
president. Yeah.
And I'm telling you this right now, Israel. The only reason America don't go in or cannot go and get this guy is because of Russia.
Yep.
Russia and China is supporting them. Where the hell you think he get the tanks from? He get those tanks from Russia. That's why he say he got tanks.
Hey,
he get those from Russia. That's the only reason they was going to do him this. Remember what they did to what is that guy named from Panama?
Noriega.
Remember what they did to Noriega? But Noriega was actually working for them. They went and get Noriega and kill mad jerks over there. Trust me, they would do the same thing with this guy if Russia wasn't back him up. Same thing with what is that place in the Middle East right now with the war? Syria? What is that place? There's war
ISIS?
right now going on. No, Syria. There's a civil war going on in Syria, right? Yes. Same thing with Syria. They would have taken that guy a long time ago. Why? Because of Russia. Russia supported them. That's why they cannot touch these guys because of Russia. But what they said, now they try to tell the people, they say, oh, he's a drug dealer. Come on, stop. Stop.
Esau, stay with the good
And
man.
some of you, Jake, you're so stupid, you're going to believe it. Look. Read that right quick.
Maduro stymied in bid to pull 1.2 billion of gold from the UK.
Damn.
But he's a drug dealer.
Yeah.
This is some madness.
Because I remember, didn't the UK was freezing his accounts as well?
Right. Yeah.
The UK had froze his accounts. Like Bishop said, it's a plot and a ploy to destabilize the entire country, because they're not accusing Ishmael over there in Saudi Arabia of drug dealing or any swindling of money. But when it's Jake, they do not want Jake in positions of power unless they put them there. They do not. They do not.
Didn't they kill like that reporter over there earlier this
Yeah,
year?
they chopped him up.
Yeah,
Chopped the dude
Kusa,
up.
whatever his name, something with a K, Kuka, but they swept that under the rug and they got that like, the foreign relations people just like, we can't really prove that they killed him.
Right.
We saw him go in the room. He didn't come
never
back
came
out. But
You see, they carrying body back in pieces out of the thing. What the hell?
Yeah, hey, Deacon Caps, I believe we have a call.
Hey, Shalom caller, what's your name, question, or comment?
Hey, shalom, leadership. Most High in Christ bless.
Most High in Christ
Hey,
bless.
Most High in Christ
Shalom.
bless.
Hey, before I just had a quick comment, but before I get into the comment, I just want to say, excellent class yesterday, Bishop. Excellent.
All praise to the Most High.
But my comment on him came up after the subject matter of the Venezuela going into war with the United States. I'm wondering what's going to well, I shouldn't really wonder, but I'm curious to find out how this is going to play out now, because TMZ just reported and I'm not sure if it's official, but TMZ reported it just, I think, like less than 24 hours ago, that Kim Jong-un, is that how you say his name?
Yes.
That he died.
I don't think it's true. Because if it was true, none of the major stations reporting it, so I don't think it's true.
Okay.
Well, if you read the whole article, I think even TMZ said it's not really confirmed. But I don't think it's true, because when you check Fox, none of these major stations, and you know they would have been all over it. It's because all of them want this guy dead. Nah, I don't think it's true.
Didn't they make a movie that they want him dead?
Yep.
I forgot the name of the movie. With
They
Seth
did.
Rogen or
Yep.
something like that.
Yeah, I don't know, just some articles popped up over my phone earlier this morning, and I checked them out, and I guess from what it was reading to me was that he's in a vegetative state and that he died already.
Yeah, they said the article said, I know the article talking about, I got it too, because they sent it to my phone. The article said even if he didn't die, he's gonna be brain dead. Yes, that's what the article said. But he didn't confirm he died. They say that they think he did. But you know, like I said, they all want him dead.
Oh yeah.
They all want him dead. So you already know that thing would have been all over the news.
Yeah, that's definitely true. That's why I wanted to be sure when I seen it on TMZ. TMZ usually they report stuff that is usually almost accurate, right? Because I think
you
what's
see,
his name?
now we looking at right now. We're looking at Newsweek, because Newsweek is actually a good
outlet.
A good outlet. They say South Korea president.
That's today.
It said, and that's today. North Korea leader Kim Jong-un is alive and well.
Oh.
So,
hey, all praises. Thank you for your call, brother.
Thanks to leadership.
All praises. Shalom.
All praises.
Most High Christ
Thank you,
bless.
brother.
Hey, real quick, Bishop, you sent a article that I think is very interesting. Real quick, go back to refresh to PSR, and at the top, because we're talking about the oil in Venezuela, and just showing there's no new thing under the sun, right there.
Wow.
Okay, this is from Vice, another CIA entity.
Get out.
After finding oil, these Native Americans were murdered. The Osage people became famously rich with oil money in the 1920s. Then they started turning up dead.
Wait a minute.
Damn.
Wait a minute.
You devil, you.
Isn't that what happened with Chavez?
Yes.
Sitting on oil reserve, like you said, he's sitting on multi-million dollars worth of oil, and all of a sudden he's a drug dealer. Billions, and he's all of a sudden he's a drug dealer. Like
That's from a buen aneurysm.
Listen, the devil does not change.
Right.
The same devil.
But Cap, there's some good white people.
No, are there?
That ain't what Michael Moore said.
They're my brothers. I heard somebody say they're my brothers, they're my sisters. I love some of them.
That's what crack makes
As a matter of fact, the crackhead said, "Please, white people, you're my brothers. Protect yourself from the coronavirus."
Wow.
Crack is whack. I'm gonna take it back to 1983. Crack is whack. Okay? Yeah. Hoo-ha! The hell?
Crack kill some of those brain cells.
Yeah. Okay, read some of that.
In the early 1800s, the Osage Nation, which was one of the most prominent Native American cultures in the United States, the tribe had settlements that dotted the Midwest landscape, and President Thomas Jefferson referred to them as a great nation, even hosting a delegation of Osage chiefs, along with many others, to whom he promised friendship and alliance.
See that?
That's how it
That's
go
that
down.
Psalms
There
55.
you
Speak smooth words.
the buttery lip.
But the heart is evil.
Esau does not change.
Right.
Esau probably, this devil probably invite him and put some type of virus on him and send him back to his people.
Yes.
Go kill.
Because there's a movie, I forgot the name, with Daniel Day-Lewis. When he's striking oil, he becomes an oil tycoon. And it's a good movie. Wasn't it?
There shall be blood.
There shall be blood. It's a good movie.
Yeah.
But what they leave out is this part. He act like he was going and buying land from people and getting the oil off their land, but he was damn sure killing
them.
natives to get their land.
There shall be blood.
There shall be blood.
It's a good movie. It's called There Shall Be Blood.
So they hid it. They hid it in the title, huh?
Yeah, they hid it in the title. It's telling you the blood that they got they was killing natives to take their oil. How you gonna show up dead? Esau gives a little bit of the truth, but it's up to you to do the research to find out what really happened. Go ahead.
You probably know what happened next. Within a few years, the Osage was forced off their land as part of what amounted to a national campaign of brutal colonialism. By the 1870s,
hold on. So the scriptures tell us about colonialism in Deuteronomy 28. Go ahead.
Damn.
By the 1870s, suffering under the weight of disease and starvation.
Don't that sound familiar?
So we wasn't sick, but we found
Wait. How have you become a wealthy millionaire, but you suffer from starvation? What the hell?
All of a sudden, I'm sick and
They
hungry.
invite him, they put their disease on him, and he go back to people, and he starts spreading it and killing him.
Just like they did with coronavirus. Corona wasn't hitting Jake.
Stop.
They said, hold it. They said, yeah, got you now, nigga.
He was like, yeah.
Damn,
we keep telling you, the white men don't change.
Not at all.
By the
You gonna say something, Cap?
No, you said it.
Oh, go ahead.
By the 1870s, suffering under the weight of disease and starvation, the Osage were forced to relocate to what would later become part of the state of Oklahoma. The new land was hilly, rocky, and no good for farming.
Wow.
Put them in the desert.
Put them in the daggone desert. I tell you. Rich.
Hey, isn't that the same thing Esau did to us in Oklahoma? Black Wall Street?
Yes.
We become wealthy.
Yes.
And Esau said, okay, we're going to have to destroy this. Let's drop some bomb on them.
Yep.
Nobody, not one person ever spent a day in jail for this thing, for that crime. Nobody spent a day in jail for that crime.
But the Osage eventually caught a break when it was discovered that their new reservation was situated atop some of the most generous oil deposits in the United States, deposits for which they could charge hefty fees. It was an incredible turn of fortune that sparked a national media sensation, at least until the Osage started turning up dead one by one.
Wow. Wow.
In his new book, Killers from the Flower Moon, The Osage Murders and the Birth of the FBI, out today. David Grand, a New York staff writer, tells the story of how the Osage became one of the wealthiest communities in the world. They made headlines as red millionaires who rode in chauffeured automobiles.
They're not red, by the way. They're light brown, Osage red. They always do that. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Built mansions on their land, complete with white servants, and sent their kids to European boarding schools. But it didn't take long for a backlash to follow from white America, as at least 24 Osage were murdered in a conspiracy that drew the attention of J. Edgar Hoover. Vice called up Grant to talk about the often overlooked chapter in America's lengthy history of terrorizing Native people and how the feds finally got involved. Here's what he had to say. Vice, how did you first find out about this story, which doesn't exactly fit the traditional narrative of American colonizing Native American land?
What? It does.
It's the exact story.
Esau went by a blueprint plan and did exactly what he's been doing. Damn. I tell you.
The devil.
Damn the devil.
What the hell is this? David Grand. I heard about the story for the first time from a historian in 2011. I was quite shocked at the fact that I was ignorant of these events and that it was not something I read about in school. I traveled out to the Osage Nation and I visited their museum, and on the wall there was a large panoramic photograph that showed members of the Osage with white settlers. It looked like a very innocent looking photograph.
Those white settlers are the same ones today. Those are your the missionaries that go in and poison the people and do all type of things. Those white settlers, they were not your neighbors to be neighborly. They were there to steal what you had.
Right.
Damn, Esau. You know what I'm thinking? The delivery, the aid. What else did they put in them boxes to further sickness amongst that reservation?
You know what's funny? They tell us now to disinfectant boxes that Amazon or UPS or whoever, because the virus can live on the packages. How much more are these deadlier viruses that they're bringing the aid in on? So if they do an airdrop, they drop the aid. What's on those packages? We all grabbing because we need some. We all grabbing the packages. Those packages could be laced just like those damn blankets with smallpox.
Exactly. Esau ain't nothing new under the sun.
Same thing.
And then you got to think about it. The devil already told you he's getting ready to implement a next wave come the wintertime. So the next packages come even more deadlier.
Yep.
Damn.
Damn the devil.
Go ahead, officer. I'm sorry.
Damn, I forgot what. Excuse me. It was taken in 1923, but a piece of the photo was missing. And I asked the museum director why, and she said,
Cap,
hold
on. Cap, we got anything else to go over?
Just that Moab turned into an
Wait, you got to read that next sentence.
Look at that.
It says, but a piece of the photo was missing. And I asked the museum director why, and she said, well, the devil was standing right there.
Damn. Oh, man.
She went down to the basement and brought up an image of the missing panel, and it showed one of the murderers who was the mastermind of the killing of the Osage during the 1920s. The book really grew out of the trying to understand who that devil was and the anguishing history it embodied.
Well, all of them were devils. They took a photograph with the Osage Nation, a nice, peaceful. You ever see? Because those are forced photos. Sit down, nigga, and smile. Because you know they're them old big cameras. And they take that.
Like your mama used to do. You sit your ass.
Yeah, that's what they did. And you had all the murderers right there with the American. They're just sitting there.
Damn.
And they killed them.
But that's how all their pictures look. Whether it be a Thanksgiving or the meeting of the 200 chiefs where Esau gave them the wine and killed all of them. Like, hey, we're gonna drink to this. This is good. Like, But first, somebody sat there and drew them all out. Looked like they shaking hands and being cool with each other. And next thing you know, they dead.
With the devil.
The devil was standing right there.
Yeah. Look.
All right.
Damn.
Hey, let's play that Moab moment, man. It's 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
Order the egg roll.
Would you like a new spring roll?
Spring
you didn't,
roll.
Oh yeah, you couldn't do it, right? Because of the
You didn't pass it?
Chang Wang.
Who the hell work on a factory by themselves?
Right there.
There you go.
Oh man, hold on. Pause.
And with all the hatred that these Chinese, which is Moab, has had against our people, you can't even feel sorry for them.
Nah, not at all.
You got a phone call.
Hold on, Kidon. Let's take the phone call right quick.
Shalom caller, what's your name, question, or comment?
Yeah, this is Officer Obadiah from Atlantic Camp.
Hey, Shalom Obadiah.
Hey, Shalom Benji.
Yeah, I want to make a quick point here. In when it goes to Genesis chapter 25, verse 29, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and Jacob said, stop potted, right? And Esau came from the field, and he was pained, right? He was dying, right? This is what he did to everybody. You need your stuff, your land, your oil, your gold, whatever, So he made a deal in verse 31. Jacob said, tell me this day thy birthright, right?
Right.
And Esau said, behold, I am at the point to die. What profit shall this birthright be to me, right? So Jacob said, swear unto me this day, you know what I mean? And he swore unto him, and he sold his birthright. Yeah? So how come he wanted back when the blessing he was supposed to get the blessing? No, he wanted was to get the blessing anyway. So he was a liar from everything. And he keeps doing this to everybody.
Yeah, he said Jacob supplanted. Right.
So
hey, also Obadiah, there's a point I want you guys to understand about that history. You remember when Rebecca went to Mosai? Was it Rebecca? Am I saying right? No, it wasn't Rebecca. No, yeah, it was Rebecca.
Yeah,
Rebecca.
Yeah, Isaac and Rebecca.
Yeah. Your brother says Sarah.
Yeah.
Rebecca said go in and
remember Rebecca could not have kids. When Isaac prayed for her, she became pregnant. So they were fighting. Remember when Rebecca went to Musa, what Musa tell her? Remember her husband was not there. Yeah. She remember what Musa God said.
Right.
Musa God said, the older shall serve the younger. She remember that.
She knew it.
She knew that. That's why at the end she said,
let the sin fall upon
let the sin fall on me, because she remember what Musa God told her.
Let the curse
fall
let the curse fall upon me. So that's why she dressed him like Esau and went to get the blessing, because she remember that prophecy.
Right.
Musa God told her that. She remember that. Isaac did not know Musa God told her that. That's why you say Isaac loved Esau, but Rebecca loved Jacob. Why? Because Rebecca know the prophecy, what the prophecy is.
Right.
That Esau is going to serve Jacob.
But she also knew that Esau was the devil. Why would he still go to his father for the blessing? He should have said, Dad, I sold my birthright to my brother, so he got the right.
Hey,
he played the game, right? He done got his soup and he good.
So what you're saying, officer, and I see what you're saying. So since the beginning, you're saying Esau has always broken treaties, is what you're saying. Okay, understood.
Yeah, understood. Thank you.
Thank you,
Benji.
That's a good point.
Yeah, damn.
Bro. You want to play that Moab moment?
Yeah, let's play it.
It's the egg roll. It's the egg roll moment.
Hey, watch this,
134 rotations.
That's the 100-foot slap.
Can't get no bigger. Yeah.
What's going on, Cap?
So his jacket.
So he's in a factory, I guess, trying
to.
Oh, what is it? Got the arm?
He got his arm.
Wait, run that back. Run that back.
He got his arm.
He was trying to feed the machine, wrap it around.
But look, Cap, the machine wasn't even moving. That was the angel of the Lord.
That was the Lord, yeah.
Yeah, how did it cut on?
The Lord flipped the switch.
He didn't show that he turned the machine
Yeah,
on.
rewind it back. Rewind it back.
Who turned the machine on?
The angel of the Lord.
Hey, his shoe hit the camera.
Rewind it back to the beginning.
Shoe flew off. Damn.
Just look though, he's touching the machine.
He's rapping.
He's rapping
do what he normally does.
And it just cut on.
Oh no, it's on. It's already on. You if you look at the bar to the far right, it's shining. You can see it flicking. So it's spinning.
That was his own stupidity there.
Who the hell work at a factory by themselves?
Somebody's there.
Where?
Oh yeah, over there. They walking. Yeah, I see them in the back.
Where?
They don't even see Lamb getting spun up.
He can't cry.
Where? Nah, he's done.
Yeah, that's right. That back. Yeah, they've been in the back section.
His face shut right there.
They hate him.
Loca toilet, hey, loca toilet, hey.
I know they hear that foot over there slapping.
Slap.
Smack, 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 like who over there slapping somebody?
That is a true egg roll. Don't eat them egg rolls.
And it gets the sauce at the end too. Come all over the floor.
Damn.
Hey, give the Lord a hand. He's the king of terrors, bro.
He's the king of terror.
Oh man, he's the king of terror.
Nobody
jack you up, bro.
That boy snapped their pants off him.
Look at the blood. That's the dipping sauce right there.
Wait, where's his pants? His pants is going down.
Oh no, y'all.
Oh, you do see his head.
Do you know his head came back out?
Yeah, you see his head.
Oh yeah, he all broke up.
It's just his hand whipping right there.
Ah, damn.
His feet get red.
Man.
Hey, wrap the whole thing. Hey,
that's blood.
That's that sauce what you
That's
dip
the
that
sauce.
sweet sour chicken in.
So you say he died?
Yeah, he's dead. His back broke.
Yeah, his back broke. It snapped him.
Oh, the most I enjoy that thing right there.
Could you imagine the angel that said, "I go turn the machine on"? We're like, what? You're like, how we gonna get this Moabite?
Hey, the angel just grabbed his sleeve and pulled it in the machine.
Pointed his sword at it, his arm just went.
You get it.
Oh, that's
now I know some of y'all is feeling sorry right now for the Chinese.
Oh, he fell out of
He
it.
fell out of it?
Mm-hmm.
His arm probably still in there.
Look.
Because the machines.
I don't know if y'all could show this on. They might go.
Damn.
Yeah, that's cream of some young.
Cream of some young guy.
Done. Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah, he's done.
You know you too, Michael. Oh no.
Yeah. More likely than not. Like
I didn't know he fall out of it. I didn't watch the whole thing. Yeah, he's dead.
Hey, listen, don't Esau have figurines of our children being grabbed by
Yep.
gators and stuff like that? They glorify. Matter of fact, you know what's so funny? I was looking at houses online one day, right? And somebody take a picture of their kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what was the figurines in the background of the picture? I think I sent this to y'all. Zoomed in.
Yes.
It was the mammy images,
Sambo
blackface Sambo. They had the figurines in their kitchen, and their pictures are up online selling the house. I'm like, you Mickey Fickies.
Mm-hmm. Hey, that's purpose too. That's purposeful pictures.
Yeah.
Because they staged them houses for.
Yeah.
Coming out, you got the word of the day. Let's go.
Well, we learned if you rotate Moab enough time, you can make soy sauce. We learned that if you take a picture with the devil, he'll probably cut himself out and act like he didn't know what happened. And today we're gonna learn a new country word. User. U-Z-Z-A. User. Yep. If you ain't know the white man was a devil, use a damn fool.
Oh man. Okay.
User.
Which means
you are.
I was about to say you is, but that's not even right. That's you are.
You are.
Look, Malachi said, "Yeah, that's it. You is." See, country brothers understand each other. I don't.
Food.
Use a damn fool.
Hey, who's gonna do Captain Mosiah part?
You got to put it up.
That's our show for today, people. We have a school in Riverdale, Georgia.
You was all right.
If you want to
You's
come,
all right.
691 Highway 138, Riverdale, Georgia. Come out, come congregate, learn your nationality, learn your histories. If you want to donate, you can donate to IUIC at iuic.fundraising@israelunite.org, or you can donate to Atlanta at iuic.atlanta@israelunite.org. Don't forget, donate to the Booster Club. Again, if you want to donate to the Booster Club, that's iuic.fundraising@israelunite.org. We have classes 3 times a day, 7 days a week for free. So get up, get on your computer, your phone, learn your nationality.
Speaking of Boost Club, I'm sorry. If y'all think IUIC was going hard before, wait till this coronavirus lifts.
Boy, what?
You watch. Mosai about to do some glorious things.
Yeah. Before we go,
all praises.
Let's go back to this officer right here.
Uh-oh.
Tell the sisters your name.
Soldier Azrael of Birmingham.
Officer or
you got
soldier?
demoted?
Officer.
You got demoted
Sorry about that.
During the show?
This brother's nervous.
Officer Nehemiah texted
Put
him.
the camera on this brother. Hey, cut Kamala. Cut Kamala off the camera. Put this camera on this brother. Yes, right there. Take God out. All right. Start over again.
Let's try that again.
Let's try that again.
Go ahead. Do your sexy voice.
Straighten out your glasses.
Hey, you gotta whip them off like
Yeah,
James
whip 'em
Bond.
off, yeah.
Whip them off.
Go ahead, brother.
I'm Israel. Single Israel.
Go ahead. Tell them your name again.
Officer Azrael out of IUIC Birmingham.
Yeah.
How old are you?
48 years old.
48 years old. You single.
Yes,
now,
sir.
I got a question for you. Do you want Northern Kingdom or Southern Kingdom?
Northern Kingdom.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah?
Oh.
Yeah. What tribe you from? Judah want Northern Kingdom.
Okay.
I wish I could whistle right now.
Okay.
So you want Northern Kingdom. Do you want do you have an age range?
Yes, sir. From 40 to at least 53.
Okay, from 40 to 53. Okay.
Yes,
Cooking range.
All right. Do you want more kids?
I have a plan. Don't have it no more. I want to enjoy myself.
Damn.
Ain't no fasting.
When you enjoy yourself, kids come from enjoying yourself.
Yeah,
buddy.
buddy.
So you can have just so you know, in case you didn't know.
You know, there's only like 20 Northern Kingdom.
Yeah.
And Israel, I know.
So you're gonna be waiting a while.
He said he wait for y'all to go to Portugal.
Unless you go to Arizona.
Oh yeah, maybe Arizona.
Maybe Arizona.
Or Texas.
Or Texas.
Or Texas. What other question? Your brothers got any question for him?
What's wrong with Southern Kingdom?
Too spooky.
Damn!
No, I want to hear. Yeah, that's a good question. What's wrong with Southern Kingdom?
Well, I've dealt with a few Southern Kingdoms.
Damn, that was in the
That
world.
was the world, bro.
Damn.
He's scarred.
You won't give a black sister a chance.
Yes, sir, I would.
You would?
Yes,
That's not what you just said earlier.
No.
I want Northern Kingdom.
You prefer Northern Kingdom, or that's all you're interested in?
no, sir. It could be Southern Kingdom.
That's not what you said.
You know this
Bishop put the pressure on you, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bro, your stocks just went down. Right now, some sisters logged off right now, just so you know.
It was a sister in Mississippi ready to come through and fix you something to eat, but now it's over.
Say goodbye to the mac and cheese and the fried chicken.
Oh, yeah, you got to eat frijoles all the time.
All right, brother.
Yeah, man.
We glad to have you.
Thank you.
You in Birmingham, Oklahoma, right?
Hey,
do you hold any office over there? Any office? What office do you hold?
He said Birmingham, Oklahoma?
Birmingham, Alabama.
Yes, sir.
Y'all guys, you understand what I said? Birmingham, Alabama. Do you hold any office over there?
Yes, sir. I'm over maintenance.
Yeah.
Maintenance?
Yes,
okay.
sir.
Okay. All praise. Okay, so he's doing the work. You're going to camp.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All praise.
Somebody just said you just went on sale.
Damn.
Somebody else just said he shot himself in the foot.
I told you.
Damn, bro.
Dang.
Don't never mention what tribe, what side of the nation you on, bro.
You should have
All
said
praise.
you open to anything.
Yeah.
There you go.
All 12 tribes, bro.
Welcome
now-
to Menorah Mingle.
I want to take a couple of people. Officer Elisha, Officer Kidan, Officer Johannan. I know. I do that on purpose.
Fooling y'all.
Join it. Officer Asa, Officer Elwad, Officer Malachi, Officer Adino, Officer Kenanaya, Soldier Emmanuel. Thank you. And we have some guests. We got Officer Nehemiah from Birmingham, Alabama, and Officer Elijah. Yes. From Birmingham, Alabama. Thank you, brothers. And we also have Johan.
It's Judson.
Officer Judson. Damn. What is his last name again? Judson.
We're not going to say that on the air.
I'm just messing with him. No, we have Officer Johan on security.
Little Bishop.
Thank you, officer. Hey, Cap, which sister provide breakfast for us this morning?
Sister Litza from the house of Officer James and Sister Ava from the house of Soldier Samuel Gabar.
All praise. Thank you, sisters. Thank you.
All praises.
Thank you. Anything else?
I'm gonna just tell you something, brother. Comments ain't looking too good for you. I'm gonna just I'm gonna just throw it out there. Have mercy on the brothers, y'all. Have mercy on the brothers.
Is that bad?
Oh man, but
Israel, they're going in.
Israel one thing about Israel, man. Israel is not merciful, bro.
Nah.
Israel is not merciful, man. Oh man. But anyway, anything else, Cap? Anything else?
Continue to keep your prayers for the house of for the house of Captain Amaziah,
yes,
as well as the house of Captain Erel.
Yes.
Is there anybody else special?
Captain Yadon in Houston,
as well as also the house of Captain Zephaniah too, as well.
Zephaniah. Yeah. And also continue prayer for the brothers and sisters who are still sick to this thing.
Mm-hmm.
That Most High God continue to show mercy.
Right.
Also pray for the house of what is that brother name that passed away?
Onias.
Brother Onias.
Mm-hmm.
Keep his family in the prayer, and the sister that her husband passed away too. What's her name?
Naomi.
Sister Naomi. Keep the sister Naomi in your prayers.
Mm-hmm.
I think her mother passed too.
Yeah.
Keep these people in your prayers and their families. All right. With that, Israel, I think that's our show for today.
Oh, send the prayers for the household of Officer Amos in Detroit.
Yes.
Officer Amos in Detroit also.
Yes.
All right. Anything else? That's it?
I think that's it.
All right, Israel. With that, we say shalom.
Shalom, Israel.
I ain't Haitian, I ain't black.
We need to preach the truth. Our people have no idea what the truth is. That's why we're out here, to give you the truth. Psalms chapter 119, verse 142. Read. Psalms chapter 119 and verse 142. Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy law is the truth.